Gotta let that just ride out sometimes, man. Just let it ride a little bit. What up, y'all, man? Welcome back. This Wednesday night. We here. No strings attached. Thank y'all for rocking with us one more week, man. Let's get into it. Tonight we're gonna have a good time like we always do on the show. Y'all know we allow everybody to express themselves in a most organic state. We talk our talk, but we have fun. We typically do a lot of fun topics, whereas we know it's gonna be a lot of jokes and all that stuff. And it'll probably be that tonight in some capacity as well. But I do want to definitely have a serious conversation about this because I think this is worthy of at least 5 minutes of us being serious, dang. But we want to talk about just reality TV and the effects that we believe that it's had, has had, or is having on Black society. I think we're either right at or we're coming up on, I believe, 20 years of specifically of reality TV shows that are specifically geared for Black or African American consumption. Because before that, there were reality TV shows, but it was, the real world was, a bunch of white kids in Vegas getting drunk. Let's be real, right? But then they started really gearing it to us with the College Hills and the Flavor of Loves and all of that stuff. So we'll talk about that, man. And we ain't gonna get too heavy on y'all tonight, but we're gonna have a good time with that discussion. I think Mo and Naomi pulling up a little later, but here in the building with me right now, let's get to the crew. We got our very own soldier, Amber, aka Amber Parker, aka Haitian. Now, what up?
Hey, how are you guys? I'm completely sober tonight, so
That's not a good thing. Sober Amber is ornery and very, very short tempered. So, I'll be careful. Rocking his hometown tonight. We got the homie, my cousin and your cousin Torian in here representing them Bucks.
Yes. Come on, Milwaukee. Yeah, I'll be back home Friday. So anybody listening from Milwaukee, I'll be home. But what's up, y'all? Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. Y'all already know. Let's get into this ish. I'm ready.
Let's get it. Uh-oh. Dang. Okay, so it looks like whatever drinking Amber didn't do, maybe Torian did for her.
I ain't drink yet. I got to pull some out the fridge.
Okay. So we light with it. And of course, man, the propriety of Glints by LNL. It's the homie Lionel. What up, my guy? Is that a fresh pair? What pair you got on tonight? What's that?
Yeah, these are the Infinity Black. I just never actually wear them.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's the joint. I got the Infinity Black.
Right. But what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another episode. You're now rocking with the flyest, the hottest fucking podcast out of Texas. What's good? Let's get it. Happy Wednesday.
Yeah, man. And as always, we appreciate y'all for rocking with us, man. And spend a little bit of your time with us. Before we get into the heavy stuff, before we get into it, no, I'm gonna save it. No, I'll save it because I got it here. What excuse what excuse Naomi's gonna give later. So I'll wait because she's gonna give an excuse. I already know. She's gonna give an excuse. So I'll wait. I'll hold that until a little bit. But let's get here first. So all of us in some capacity, and before we get into the whole talk about reality TV, we can confirm that everybody here, even if you don't watch it religiously, you don't watch it all the time, we've watched shows, they have stuff that we watch. We've all, over the course of time have watched reality TV. In large, I don't want to say in large quantities, but in some capacity. At least we even still aware of the stuff that you don't watch now. You're aware of it because of social media, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's my thing, right? I would say the last, I don't know, 5 years of reality TV, in my opinion, have been so detrimental to Black society specifically. Let me say this, but let me preface it by this. Because we're going to have some people that's going to jump in here in the comments later on. And shout out to everybody that jumps in the comments, right? But I know some people will come in here and they're going to say, y'all ain't got no solutions. Who the F is y'all? It's stuff that's bigger in the community than this. Let me answer all that real quick. We know that there are different topics and bigger topics. This is the one we're dealing with right now, though, motherfucker, right? We'll get to those other ones in other shows. Right now, we're talking about this, right? We're not proclaiming that we have any solutions. We're simply everyday members of Black society who are together having a conversation about what we've observed, right? In our existence, and having this now be a part of not only our lives, but some of us on this panel have kids, young and old, and the effects that it's had on them and raising them. So we coming at it from that perspective, right? So but go back to my thesis, goddammit. I might have to go put my glasses on tonight and be a professor tonight. But no, back to what I was saying though. over the last 5 years, I think it's been very detrimental because now it's specifically a formula in terms of how you become popular. And I'll let y'all run with this. I'll go to Amber first with this because, you know, we're going to get angry Amber with no drink tonight. I think, Amber, that reality TV in terms of black society has been most detrimental to the black woman. Simply because, in my opinion, it's how can I say this without sounding rude? It's been a rest haven for people who don't have any real talent outside of who they slept with or maybe procreated with or who they are willing to sleep with or willing to procreate with. Am I stupid or am I tripping?
A little bit of both. I like it. It's my entertainment, and so I needed to continue on. I just look at it for entertainment purposes because that's just what it is to me.
So you saying it ain't that deep?
Not to me, it's not.
Okay. Now I 100% understand that perspective, right? But you, with all due respect to a woman of your age,
you motherfucker.
your adolescent and or formative years, right? You grew up with sitcoms of all varieties showing different aspects of black life and black family. So I think that maybe you have that ability because, and I know we just talking about entertainment right now. We're not talking about, hey, how you're raised at home. We strictly talking about the entertainment aspect, right? I think that you have that other side to balance that out to where like you grew up with this other stuff and now you look at this as just entertainment and clowning. I think.
But we had College Hill.
Yeah, that was the beginning of it. Yeah, I agree but that was the very beginning.
And what else did we have back then?
That was like
we had Baldwin Hills.
Yeah, that was right around that same time. Right. Yeah. Baldwin Hills, yeah.
So how old were y'all when those came out?
First of all, Torian, don't try to age shame me, Torian.
Right.
No, I might be. I mean, y'all only like what?
No, I'm trying to think.
It don't matter.
But it do because it may. I mean, it just means
no. You're making a good point.
I older, it still wouldn't have like affected y'all as much.
Yeah, because I think I was in college when all that came out.
So yeah, so I probably was in like high school, maybe middle school when I was watching College Hill. So it was a whole different experience for me.
Right.
Versus y'all in college and be like, well, that's not how we all act. You know, like y'all.
That's not. See, and Torian is going to the exact point that I'm trying to get to, Amber, is that I think, and I ain't trying to be offensive, you know that, but like I think people that are our age, we can maybe disconnect a little easier. I say that, but then I look at most of the actual people that are on those shows, they probably closer to our age, Amber, than they are to like Torian and Lionel's age, right? You know what I mean? But I do think that people that are younger, I think it hits different because that's their only entertainment. And when they aspire to be somebody, like you might have aspired to be, hell, I don't know, damn Rudy from, or her older sister when they was on damn A Different World. Like you might have saw those people and say, damn, I can go to college. Jasmine Guy is dope on this show. Or, you know what I'm saying? You could have seen somebody on these shows. Now the people that they're seeing, literally every time they come on TV, they smacking the shit out of somebody. I think, and that's who people trying to grow up to be. At least that's the way I'm interpreting some of this. Am I tripping, Torian?
I mean, well, it depends. Now, I mean, yeah, I feel like now, like reality TV is kind of shaping into like stop being so violent, like network reality TV. But like we got Zeus out here, who is just being a crime to society.
Yeah,
and that's their main thing, and I really don't like that because I'm like, damn, I do like fighting. I used to love watching fighting videos and shit like that. But like now it's becoming like too much now. Like now it's like, okay, that's all y'all do is just give us fights. Like I need some substance. I need a storyline behind why y'all fighting. In order to like be like, okay, they throwing hands. Like if I'm like, y'all just throwing hands because a bitch just walked past you and breathe harder, somebody cough. And you coughing at me, bitch? Why the fuck you coughing at me? Like, what's going on?
Leave Jocelyn out of this.
No, Jocelyn is a problem.
No facts.
But yeah, it's just like it depends now, and I feel like they are trying to shape it into something better. Because like if you look at it now with Love and Hip Hop, they just did like this whole revamping because now they with MTV, and it's like more elegant and more like up to par with like trying to be like next to like Real Housewives of Real Housewives franchise.
Yeah.
So I mean, kids go get whatever. Some kids won't be affected at all because they got a good household. But it's like those kids who are more susceptible to like getting influenced by that. Who don't know where to place reality to the real reality of everything that's going on. So I mean, parents just gotta watch out what their kids are watching and know who their kid is, because some kids are more impressionable than others.
Yeah. And let me give one more disclaimer real quick. I gave out my other disclaimers, and there might be some people that jump on and say, well, look at y'all, right? Y'all on here trying to get some internet fame from a podcast. Y'all doing podcast, da, 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 da. First of all, right? Unlike, and I'm gonna toot my own horn on this one because I'm gonna speak for the whole crew on this one. We actually have people who are very credentialed, right? Not only in school and all that, not saying that makes you better than everybody. And then me personally, not only have I been in entertainment and broadcasting, I did terrestrial radio for 7 years in all capacities, including hosting shows, producing from the ground up. So, and I have a journalism background, not only in college, but then I also went to journalism school post college. So, like, you can kind of like don't come for this particular show in that manner, right? Because we do got some credentials behind the show.
We valid.
Right.
Okay.
So I was going to put that out there. Not saying that make us better than nobody, but in case you want to come with that little fool. And the reason I say that is because, when we're talking about this topic, and I was saying a lot of these people don't have any talent besides maybe some beauty or their willingness to do some wild shit. But let me make sure I introduce Naomi. Just jumped on here with us, sis, and Mo just jumped on here with us tonight. What up, ladies?
Happy No Strings Day.
We jumped right into it though, ladies, tonight. We're going straight into reality TV. My thesis that I put out there from the beginning, or at least my initial argument, is that I feel like the last 5 years of reality TV have been some of the most detrimental shit in Black society in a while. I also believe that if I place what has been the most detrimental to, I think reality TV has been the most detrimental to the Black woman, because at least in my estimation, it has shown Black women that it's been a rest haven for Black women without any real talent outside of who they procreated with, who they're willing to procreate with, who they're willing to fight, what they're willing to do, and sometimes how low they're willing to stoop. Not all the time, but 99.9%. No, I'm playing. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I could definitely feel that. I don't know if I would say like just put it on the last 5 years though, even though like I haven't really watched reality TV in the past 5 years. But I know when I was like very much tuned in, well, the only reality TV show I really watched, prior to like Flavor of Love, New York type things, was Love and Hip Hop. And I feel like that was like 2013 when Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, that's when I was watching Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, like was really popping. And I don't know if it's just for Black women either, because I feel like we're also exposed to seeing like these Black men that are not like not on their shit. Like I tell you, like all the time I used to be watching Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and feeling like, no, I cannot trust niggas. Like this how niggas be on. Like, okay, so this is the reality, right? And I think that's a certain type of programming, right? For you to know like, okay, this isn't fiction. This is supposed to be real life. This is how things are really looking out here. So it like kind of paints a different picture. And I think it has more of an impact. So, but definitely like, I don't think reality TV has brought us anything good. Truly.
Yeah. I mean, because when I step back and look, and let me be clear, right? I'm not saying that, man, y'all nigga, I ain't gonna get up on here, put on my kufi and say, what y'all need to stop doing more is watching all that reality TV and get you an LLC. No, I'm not finna say all that, right? I ain't finna go that far with it. Because as Amber pointed out, hey, man, you can have some fun and watch reality TV. It is, ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying that Amber was mentioning earlier that like, yo, she can watch it just for the entertainment, turn it off and go on by her business. I think, however,
that's what you think is all that's happening.
Is programming going on?
No, it's called TV programming for a reason.
There you go.
Like that shit, broadcasting, casting spells over the people. Like that's a very much like reason behind TV, to kind of like program us in a way to see like, okay, this is how society works. TV is one of the biggest teachers, truly.
Well, maybe I'm just different because I don't know. I just turn it off and go to sleep.
I don't know. You be watching a lot of crazy stuff because don't you say you be watching them true crime shows too?
I watch First 48. I watch a whole variety of things because that's just what I like to do. But I mean, it don't have no bearing on me. I mean, my real life is worse than reality TV.
Not worse than reality TV.
Oh no, we gotta get this girl some help.
Now what's going on?
Me going to work is worse than reality TV. I should have said that.
Because you could be on reality TV, that's your job. You getting your ass beat. Okay, you getting a drink thrown on you, and man, that's really gonna be some hell for you.
And look, man, I think reality TV. Listen, reality TV has taught me some funny things. It's where we all learn that Danger. Who is it? Who smashed the homie? Was it Danger? Who smashed the homie?
Danger. She smashed the homie.
We all learned that Danger smashed the homie on reality. See, you need to go back and watch Ray J. Danger.
Wow.
We all learned that. We all learned at the same time that Danger smashed the homie. You know what I'm saying? So there've been some valuable things that we all have gotten from it, and that was just funny. You know what I'm saying?
No, but you know who didn't take anything valuable from fucking reality TV? Did y'all see that Faith Evans is about to have to pay spousal support to Stevie J? Mm-hmm. And I see somebody post, she was like, she deserves this because she watched Love and Hip Hop Atlanta just like the rest of us. Like, you knew what the fuck Stevie J. Okay, everybody knew that Stevie J was on some wild shit. So to like marry him is crazy. Crazy.
Oh, that's yeah. There you go. She back. That's what I think started tripping me out about reality TV, because there was a time in which we all knew that, like, they just doing this for TV. It ain't. And then all of a sudden, one day, people really started going to jail and really started having babies on the show. And you was like, well, hold on. Like, this is really happening. Like, I thought that whole Stevie J Jocelyn storyline was just a storyline, Lionel. I didn't think it was like a real thing. And then the next thing I knew, she was having a real human baby. And I was like, hold on. I was like, hold on. So this is
a real human baby.
Yeah. She had a real human baby, fam. And I was like, what is happening? You know what I mean? Like, because of the way they were interacting, what was the storyline? Like Bambi and Scrappy. I know aren't they divorcing now or whatever?
Yeah.
But when they first started their thing, he was calling it the Bam. I'm like, okay, clearly this is some bullshit, right? Like, but no, they really had a kid, didn't they?
Yeah.
I got 3 kids.
Yeah, like,
you know,
3 kids.
Yes. Yeah. And
wow.
I'm thinking, now that you mentioned that, Roy, it makes me think with like Jerry Springer, like in that kind of a TV, or even like Oprah. Like how that was the thing at one point, or these talk shows like Donahue, but where at one point you could like probably sell a story, and it might be like the people will probably be like, okay, this is probably one of the episodes that's just like a filler,
right?
Versus like they did have some real shit on there that would go down, but then it went into like from that and having random people pop on, pop off, to like following certain cast members just like over time, to where they just felt like they had to give it up in certain different ways because you can only be so entertaining for so long. Like when the camera's following you for a elongated period of time. And it feels like they just started to like have to give up more and more and more, to the point now that you could probably like see some of your favorite reality stars like on OnlyFans. Like they really giving it up all the way at this point. Just like, like the more that the camera's there, the more that they end up giving it up and end up going like to the left, like in the name of like fighting, like, all the shit. But at the same time, I do feel like it's more exploitation than anything, because I do feel like it captures like some kind of reality. It might be like a little like fixated, like the situation, but it's a real like reality of how people like react and shit like that. Like that's really capturing something, like, So it may be like exploiting like those emotions and shit like that, but the reality is this is how people act. Like that is what keeps the like train going. It's like, oh shit.
No, it is how people act. Mm-hmm. And people are gonna keep acting like that if they're saying, hey, this is regular. This is normal, like to have to beat your nigga's side chick ass after he done got her pregnant. Like,
and especially for black people, like, but then people like, and that's the thing, they can identify with that because they see that shit in real life. And then it's like, okay. Because for white people, like reality looks totally different. Like if you look at their shows, like Lisa Vanderpump, which I love her. She's a
Ooh, I love that show.
Right, she's dope. But then like their entire setup is totally different. Like she's completely painted as a boss. There's no drama that surrounds her. And then
Yes, it is.
I mean, not like that. It's not like it's. I mean, there's like a tiny scuffle, but it's not like fighting and like it's not comparable. It's money. Like it's just her entire aesthetic and her vibe is boss money. It's not like
her, but all her workers, they all do the same thing that on these black shows. They be
Right, I was just gonna say that
sleeping
too.
with each other and everything else.
It
I don't
shows
know,
where,
I don't know, it feels different.
like Candy in the Gang. Candy is on there as like Lisa Vanderpump, you know, like, and she had her little cast of her workers, you know, and she was showed as and broadcast as like this boss that she is very much. So I mean, everybody has those shows. I mean, like on Real Housewives, they try to always pinpoint the show when like the black women fight, but like try to avoid and just try to take out the picture that these white women be fighting on the shows too. Yeah. Like on New Jersey, they was throwing them. Mm-hmm. You know, so everybody gets down. It's just,
but that's just far and few. It's like, not comparable.
No, but see, that even just shows how they're portraying it, right? Like, because they could probably film some different moments for the black.
But that was my point. That was my point before I could like actually land the plane. I was literally just saying, because like for black people, this is what has been like exploited, like I said, because ultimately it's not comparable. Like these white shows are not comparable to how you see like black people getting the fuck down on reality TV. And I'm sure what producers are expecting from black like reality stars as opposed to white reality stars, they don't have to go as far. And that's based on like just racist shit, what they're trying to project on black people. Whereas you may have more different, a variety of characters on white shows. And it's just like they're not exploiting them in that way. They're like literally letting them just be people, and it's okay. You can show up as you are. Whereas with black people, they're kind of being produced in a way to like, okay, if you don't show up like this, we got somebody that will. And you know, so it is like a half like, okay, bitch, this is a piece of the community, but at the same time, like it's an understanding that if you don't come like this, would you even have this spot? So total narrative at the same time. It's crazy. It's like double-sided.
Yeah, and I like something that Naomi said a minute ago is that like after a while it almost becomes like our chief export, right? Like as a culture, like this is what we're exporting to like the world. Is that like, okay, here's our, you know what I'm saying, here's our culture, look at it, right? Everybody cheating on everybody, and then when we get mad, we throw hands, whoop each other ass. You know what I'm saying? We get, you know what I mean? Like that becomes the export. And again, shout out to Dreamer. I think that's our girl, Jasmine. Shout out to Jasmine, right? Listen, I like reality TV too. I think like, and I don't want the essence of tonight's conversation to be like we just like shitting on reality TV. Like, yeah, again, I'm not telling niggas to turn your TV off, go get a book,
read a book.
Right, right. I ain't ODing on that.
Well, that's how I feel. That's how.
I just feel that like sometimes though that like.
When the last time you read a book, Amber?
I have to read all the time.
Are you talking about work, girl? We're talking about real life. Okay, not work. I read at work too.
Okay, but there's still books that have the
words,
drama and stuff.
Words.
No, but I'm saying like there's books that have drama and stuff too.
Hold on, so Amber, you seeking out drama books too? Damn, so reality.
Not you reading the smut.
I'm just saying.
Amber said, I want the same shit in my book.
Feed your soul, feed your mind.
No, hold on, I'm in chapter 2. Ain't nobody got slapped. What the fuck is this?
The fuck?
I'm gonna say this though. Like I'm old enough to remember when like older black senators were coming out against what was at that time first being called gangster rap, and they were saying, "Hey, this ain't what we should be promoting as a culture. This potentially is bad." And when I was young, I never in my wildest dreams thought that I would grow up and say, maybe they had a fucking point about some of this shit, right? Maybe they had a point. Because look, I was right there with when Tupac says, see Dolores Tucker use a motherfucker instead of trying to help a nigga, you destroy your brother. I was like, hell yeah, Tupac, fuck that old ass woman. I got older and read exactly what she was saying. And I was like, you know what? Goddamn, see Dolores Tucker had a point. You know what I'm saying? Like some of this shit, because it's not about like restricting Torian from saying something. What it's about is how much of this are we just going to allow? Because again, right, like reality TV, the shit went in the slow. Because Amber brought up at first, it was just it was College Hill, and it was what was the other black reality show was it
Baldwin Hills?
Baldwin Hills, right? I remember Baldwin Hills, the little black kids hanging out, you know what I'm saying? Little College Hill. You remember why College Hill got, I don't know what the actual reason they put down. My reason why it got taken off the air was when that little girl from the islands beat the shit out of that girl.
Yeah, I went back and watched that because, I just
and shout out to BET. After that, they was like, yo, let's shut this down. What are we doing? She beat the hell out of the girl with that. What she had like a high heel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And busted her head open, blood everywhere. And it was like, yeah, let's shut this down.
No, I had to have been so young when that came out, but like that's like
there
a
you go.
Like TV moment. No, I'm just saying that's just like a very vivid TV moment that I could still, even though I wasn't even supposed to be watching College Hill. I was definitely not old enough to be watching that shit.
Yeah, she beat the hell out of that girl with that damn high heel. That girl's head was busted open.
It was 2 more seasons after that season.
Was it?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, they came to Oklahoma too.
Yeah, they went to what's that school? They went to Langston. Yeah, they went to Langston.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought they shut it down right after that. They was like, "You niggas are crazy."
Nah, because that was
part of me feels like there's exploitation there, but at the same time, I feel like this is just how people are coming at the same time. Like they both have to be true. Like somebody's definitely exploiting these situations, but then again, these people are totally coming like this at the same time.
But why?
Yeah.
Why? Because our people been being exploited for centuries, and that's the shit. Like this is all purposeful, is what I feel like.
And that's why I said the last 5 years has been very detrimental, because to Lionel's point, I can agree with the exploitation, but I think what's happened, I think there's been a shift. And now people have an understanding that, hey, if I go on here, think about the people. Okay, let's take Jocelyn. She was, I don't even know how big of a role she was supposed to have on the show. She was literally just a side chick.
No, and she took that shit. Like she took me with her. When she left the show, I was gone from reality.
That's what I'm saying. Jocelyn came on.
I only watch reality TV if Jocelyn's on that bitch. That's the only reality TV I watch.
Problematic.
No, like reality TV is problematic, and I could just choose which I want to tap into.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. But like, I think now people understand that, like, in order to stand out, you got to do this, and this, and then you might get a spinoff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might get some real moves down the line. Like right now, Natalie Nunn is like is that her name? Natalie Nunn? Is that her name? She's like bossing up in this shit.
It's like it's so crazy because it's like the leech exploiters meets the hood capitalists. And it's just like a match made in heaven. Then you have like these reality TV like booming markets. Like
Lionel, I'd like for you to comment. Look, Lionel, can you see what's on the screen? I'd like for you to comment on that right there. Exploitation equals views equals opportunity for a bag.
Right, that's what I was just thinking. It's perfect. It's like that's what I was thinking. It's a match made in like hell.
No, but I'm about to say that's like a devil's contract, right? Like, are you gonna sell your soul for that bag? Which is what it like comes down to once you like, what are you gonna like lead to your detriment? Like, because maybe of course they can just like maybe they already have these bad behaviors and like they're just already on that, but like doing that shit for money to where you're gonna increase it.
Qualities. They just choose to like come like this, like Roy said. Like that's when I realized, boom, it's just the hood capitalists. They've realized, bitch, this is how I'm finna come up and step on next. And then there's somebody right there, like waiting for somebody with their hand out, which is the exploiter, like the markets, the networks. They're like, okay, like, yeah, you're a star. And like whole time it's Jocelyn Hernandez. Not saying she's not a star, but like, you see what I'm saying?
Like the reality of it is that Krishan Rock is being marketed now to young girls. That's the reality. That's just the reality. I'm not knocking her.
And they parents are pushing it too. Like that little girl I think the little girl was 2 years old. Her mama threw her Krishan birthday party. Like this
people be so fucking lost.
Not need that. Like what? Like that is crazy that somebody would really have a Krishan birthday party for their 2-year-old or 3-year-old.
That definitely ain't our generation.
No,
ain't mine either. We don't claim
Jump in here, Mo. Mo been quiet. What's up, Mo? You on mute, Mo. Mo didn't even know she muted. There you go.
Yeah, look, let me tell y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
Let's go.
I don't have much to say on the topic because I don't watch a lot of reality TV at all.
Okay, no,
but I will say the reality TV I do watch is probably leaning more on like TLC. I'm watching 90 Day Fiance. I'm watching Mama's Boy. I'm watching shit like that. But when we talking about real, what is it, Love and Hip Hop, Real House, I don't watch. I've never really tuned into that shit like ever. So I don't have a hand in this. I can definitely say from what I see in clips and what I see on the internet and shit like that, like it definitely does seem like, you know, potentially this is all that they're feeding people. But to Jasmine's point in the comments as well, we in a nosy generation. We in a generation where it's like people are nosy as hell. They want the drama, they want the tea, they want the, you know, the shit. And honestly, I feel like in a way for a lot of people, it stems from a place of them not feeling okay with themselves. So they got to see somebody else be in a worse position or in a position that's like, oh, that can never be me. It makes them feel better. It makes them feel good to watch shit like that because it's like, damn, I'm not in that type of shit. So I must be doing something right. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think that a lot of times for me, if we really want to dig a little deep into it, I feel like that is definitely a stem. That's a base reason a lot of the times why people look for anything that's like negative or exploitation. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to just be like, oh well, you know, damn, like it's something to talk about. So I don't know. I honestly can't, like I said, I can't really say much about.
No, but hold on, stay on that 90 Day Fiance because the few spinoffs that I've seen of people who got spinoffs,
Family de Chantel is the only one that's really popping because
it was some real.
They'd be fighting, they'd be going.
There you guys, I was gonna say.
And I'm not gonna lie, at a
That's
certain
the big
point,
girl.
the really pretty girl that was with the Dominican guy.
Yeah, her sister's a heavy set girl.
Yeah,
and her brother was on there fighting like
laughing and stuff too. But the thing is that with that, even for me personally, I understand that actually is still popping. I think they're about to come out with another season and shit. Like, they've come out with a few seasons with that show. I personally got a little bit tired of it because I'm like, all right, like, you know what I'm saying? This is all y'all doing. It's just a family going head to head all the fucking time. But that's what people want. Like, that's what people want to see. They like the drama. They like that tension. Like, I'm okay with it at some point because, yes, it does give a little bit of something. But it's like, I want to push past. Let's see where this goes. Like, what else are we doing? But it's like every episode, it's that. It's, oh, his mom this, and oh, sister, and oh, your dad this, and oh, and like, it's so boring. Like, that shit gets boring and it gets tired to me. So I don't really, I don't stick with it much longer than that. But yes, to your point, yes, that's the only one of the biggest ones out of the whole spin because they had so many 90-day spinoffs.
Yeah.
And the ones that really like people really talk about, and I still see posts and shit about, is the what's it called? You know what I'm saying? The Family de Chantel or whatever. So yeah, no, I definitely can agree that people just like to watch drama. They like to watch people fight. I think it just makes people feel better.
No facts, but you said like you spoke to us like being like the nosy generation, but like I feel like that really because it's 2023 now, right? Like a whole generation has been born since like reality TV was born. Like if we put reality TV like really being born like what 2003, like 2004, I feel like it's when it first like started to grow. So that's damn near.
Like I'm talking about like when you say started, because like I think the Real World started like in the 90s, but like that was
started
more,
in the 90s.
Yeah, but like I'm talking about if you're talking about like specifically stuff that was geared toward Black people, I think maybe that time frame is correct. Around like
Flavor of Love.
Because
like
that's my
like that flavor, like Flavor of Love. I think it's like when is Flavor of Love?
Can you Google that?
That was the first reality show.
Because I feel like that's the one that stamped in my reality.
That was in
my memory.
And then remember those twins?
2006 was
like Stallion and somebody.
Yeah, but that literally came off because
them
they
all
were
spin-offs from Flavor
New
Love.
York got her spin-off from.
Okay, so hold on. If
they
that's
were like, oh wow, there's a market.
So that was like VH1. So maybe we gotta add. We gotta.
But if that's 06, then I think Amber is correct. I think that Baldwin Hills and College Hill was before all that.
Yeah, that was before that actually.
Yeah, that was before 06.
But that was not as drama filled. Like that was actually
04.
wholesome. Like
04.
It wasn't like the wild.
But that's
kind of
still
shit.
putting us around.
That's about the same time frame though.
That's the start of. all this shit coming up. So
Yeah.
like
That's
where
like
we do
Baldwin
get
Hills
to
was
we do get to
unproblematic.
see
Like I
some
feel like
like
they were innocent.
real business.
Yeah. Hey, Lionel, I remember those kids in Baldwin. I remember watching them and being like, man, they're just like going through life. They're growing
Right.
up. You know what I'm saying? It was no
Right.
like real crazy thing that happened. It was just
Like
literally
unnecessary, unsolicited
yeah,
drama.
it was like literally like high school drama. You know what I'm
Which
saying?
I
It
can
was,
appreciate that kind of reality TV for real. Like
yeah.
just like getting a glimpse into like that was just like a secluded, rich, black, select group of
Yes.
kids. Like so you would want to see like what it's like being in high school for them to transition to college. Or same with like just any other like highlighted group of people, like that's reality. Or like Real World was cool, like how you get the different perspectives.
Hey, that one girl did get beat up though, low key though. But hey,
Wait, someone got beat up on that show?
sometimes you got to get some ass whooped in high school though. It happens.
Right, it'd be like that.
Who
Right.
got beat up on Baldwin Hills?
But it wasn't every episode. But here's the thing though. I think when Flavor of Love came, I think Flavor of Love,
that shit went wild.
I think that's if we want to put a pin in anything and say, okay, when did shit like what's the genesis of like where we are now? I think Flavor of Love, you got to put a pin right there because even today, New York, aka Tiffany Pollard, is still out here getting money because of that. We don't know
what she didn't really.
It's still so
beloved. The show though, she just was good with that mouth.
Well, she was gonna whoop that
She
white girl
spit
ass.
on, and then she blanked the girl, but she never was on there like.
Okay, she popped off though because her whole
but
energy,
you know she was being a problem. Okay?
Yeah, her whole energy
she
was
may
that
not
I
have
whoop
fought
anybody,
but those words were like she was like just popping off, like she was.
But that's better than like seeing the girls fighting. Like that's what people say. Like I would stop if you can't use your words, then like.
Well, but you got to remember though, Torian, she was on there with little swole ass hoops. I think she knew deep down she couldn't whoop Hoops' ass.
Nah, because she was a little thing back then.
She could whoop Pumpkin when she.
Oh yeah, she could whoop Pumpkin's ass. That was the little white girl, right?
Yeah, and there was other people who she wanted to. I mean, she probably would have taken down, but like she wasn't gonna fight Delicious and like the Hoops, like.
Yeah, Delicious was big to the motherfucker.
But also, we gotta remember that Baldwin Hills was also because popular when Lion was talking about it, that was created to be like the Black OC because that was the show like the white show that was like they wasn't gonna do too much wild shit because it was supposed to be towards the teens and like the growing up people coming to age group. So
they used to have a section of those books like coming of age books. Right, where you go and you read these stories about but like so yeah, you're right. That it was the answer. It was the quote unquote black answer to those shows, and it was positive for the most part. I just feel bad that like there's the generation under you all, right? Like the generation that's like Mo has a sister in college, so that generation, so like her age, right? That generation. They grew up in complete bullshit in terms of like represent like what's on TV, right? Like everything on TV is complete. Like there are no real like sitcom. Like the older I get, the more I realize that sitcoms actually serve the purpose, right? In terms of because to Naomi's point, like TV is something that does programming on you, right? So when I'm growing up. Everybody in my generation will tell you the exact same thing. The first time we watched A Different World, everybody wanted to go to college. Because you watched that goddamn show and you said, man, college look fun as hell. It's all these black people there. You living in dorms. Y'all hanging out. Y'all got all these, it was fun as hell, right? So everybody wanted to go to college, right? But then when you grow up in the times in which Krishan Rock is the person that's like popping, it's like okay, like and no disrespect to Krishan.
No, I'm like I hope she's doing well.
Because like she is. This ain't no because like she is just who she is. The problem is what Lionel was saying earlier is that like they just only pick the Krishan Rocks right to like show us like there's no. I guess the word I'm looking for is balance, right? Like where's the balance? Where's the And I get it, man. The other shit don't sell. Trust me, I get it. It's funny because this shit kind of goes into last week's show when we were talking about like the whole shit with Usher, right? Mm-hmm. Because y'all all know that the producer of that show is what's her name? Mona Scott Young is the first one to do like the love and hip hop shit, right? She was like the person behind all that. And when me and my wife went to that Usher concert, she was sitting directly behind us. So, you know, my nosy ass, I had to make sure that she knew I knew who the fuck she was and to say, how the hell did you do all this shit? And she just started laughing and just said, she was like connections and da da da. She was like trying to tell me, you know what I'm saying? But like, I wish I would have had more time to like pick her brain, right? Because it was like, I think now with reality TV is just a formula. I think I think Mo would agree with this with 90 Day Fiance now. I think I always say this for reality shows. The first season is authentic. Maybe that second season. Once you get past the second season, everybody understands what to do in order to get popularity or to get screen time.
That's why you got to rotate them out.
And you know what? Another big thing show that like really like place these girls to be in the mindset they are is Bad Girls Club. Like when you really look at it, like it really had a lot of influence on a lot of people because like a lot of people wanted to reenact that in a way. You know, like they was like, oh, somebody do this to me. Oh no, she talked to me. No, it's going down. Like we up, you know. So that's where a lot of these girls, and they still got that mindset because they still pushing it with Zeus with baddies. Like everybody think they finna still be on the Bad Girls Club and relive that and be in that moment, be able to get a chance to relate to that. But it's like we gotta let some stuff die down. You know, like it had its time. And I feel like even more so, Bad Girls Club was more better than baddies because like it gave you storylines. You know, sometimes they was arguing over dumb shit, but you have to remember that these shows be like juicing these girls up with liquor. So this is not even the real girl that you seeing. Like you seeing her intoxicated. Intoxicated is a different version than your sober self. And a lot of shows push these, and we think that these people be sober doing all these actions, but in reality, they be drunk. They be drunk off their ass, so that they're already got them active, and you know they just on edge from the jump. So they, of course, they go fight because they got that liquor courage, and shit is not gonna stop them. So
I remember a white young lady a while back tried to sue MTV because she was on the Real World, and she was like, after seeing the show, when she, you know, after taping, she was like, yo, the only reason I was doing that shit is because like the whole time y'all are just like supplying, it's just like an endless supply of alcohol. And she was like, I was just drinking, and like it's the one thing that's amazing about reality TV and that everybody says is that after a while you kind of, maybe it's the alcohol, but you forget the cameras are there. You know what I'm saying?
Drunk. You like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Up and shit. I'm stiffing up your ass.
Cameras.
And it be true. Like, if you think about it, like if you was on, and then if you know, like you got to do some shit for camera time and you drunk, oh, you really finna like give it all. You know, like if I know I'm on the show, I'm trying to make it to the next season, or you know, I want a bag, I want something after this, and this is what the producer's telling me in my ear, like, you gonna let her talk to you like that? You gonna let him talk to you like that? Like, go cuss him out. Like, and you like, okay, let me take some shots. Then you finna like, okay, scene. What's up? What?
Like, if you get me drunk enough, like, and just put some cameras in the room, you will totally have a show. So just imagine, and like, I'm sure that goes for everyone. Like, just imagine.
I wouldn't even be drinking.
Jasmine said, if you care about your life, do not go on Zeus. Hilarious.
They don't care about their lives.
No, I would never go on Zeus. I thought about it, but like, nah.
But like, Torian, did you see how many people were at the auditions for, what was it called? Was it Bad Boys South? What the hell was it called?
Oh yeah, Bad Boys.
Right? It was in Houston, right? They did the auditions.
Mm-hmm. Wait, what's that?
Huh? It's on Zeus. It's the boy version of Baddies.
Yeah, that shit was super packed.
Oh yeah,
niggas was fighting in the auditions, thinking that like that's gonna get them on the show.
Yeah, and the judges, they be having the cast of the previous seasons or the cast of another show judging the people to go forward to meet like the main judges, you know, and it's like, and they be saying like they had signs that be pictures, signs like no fighting, but then you get to the judges and they like, hit him right now if you want to.
Right, you gonna let them talk to you like that?
And they go, okay, and it's like, doing no better. Like y'all trying to say no violence and all this, but then y'all pushing it. So it's like, what's going
It's
on?
clearly
Like,
violence. If
that's
they say no violence, that's just for legal purposes.
Yeah.
right.
Like, and besides that, it reminds me of just like there's people that love watching boxing. Like, there's some people that just watch boxing down. Like my grandpa, he'll watch boxing all day,
That's
but
my
he,
favorite sport.
he
I ain't
just
gonna
wants
lie.
to fight. He doesn't need to plot. I feel like people that like reality TV, like they like, are just like the people who watch boxing. They just like the plot with the story and the extra drama. But it's like it's literally like straight hood shit, like but it's hood boxing, no gloves, no rough, like just wherever you see this bitch just swing. And it's like boxing, but like you don't have the regulations.
Boxing, but real life.
Right.
Right,
But
without
they're
the
really trying to hurt
regulations.
each other,
Exactly.
not for
And then
sport.
poor reality stars, they could be getting checks like Mayweather.
No, they
Well,
start doing that stuff now with the celebrity
That's what I'm
boxing
about to
matches and
say. They be
stuff.
doing these exhibition fights. Somebody needs to
yeah.
put
Right, that
Jocelyn in the
makes so
ring.
much sense.
Somebody needs to
Exactly.
put Jocelyn in the ring for sure.
I think
Jocelyn
Jocelyn
needs to
said
be in
she
the
was scared.
ring.
They was
She should
telling her
probably
that
be
in the
doing
beginning.
UFC.
No, bitches would be scared. I'm like,
No,
because for
Jocelyn was
one, like, she
scared.
is so solid. Like, bitch, don't get her trained up and shit.
Listen, there's a whole my problem. You know what's funny? I think Lionel brought up like Jerry Springer, Phil Donahue, like those talk shows from back in the day, right? Like literally, there are no more talk shows, really,
Which
right?
I still watch episodes of Donahue on
No, they
YouTube.
still be trying to push talk shows. You know, Sherry Shepherd and Jennifer Hudson.
Well, you know
Wendy
what's
Williams is
crazy?
the
If
last, right?
yeah, you know what, I have seen those, but like if you go
And
back
Jerry
and watch
Springer really
some of
started
those
it, though.
old talk shows, they would have some really deep content. That's
They
where like
do.
the
They have
world
good
first got
content.
introduced to Scheherazade Ali was on Phil Donahue.
Mm-hmm.
Ricky
I've seen
Lake,
that episode.
remember her?
Ricky Lake, right? Like, like you really, they would have shows where there was some deep conversation. Even Jerry Springer, like his original shows were regular shows. What happened though was that over time he developed a format, and then Jerry shit got so wild to I don't know if y'all remember, but it got so wild to like the last few years of the Jerry show. They would literally just like ring a bell for people to fight. They'd be like ding ding ding. People would just start
They
fighting.
would
Like, what
like move the chairs out the way. No,
yeah,
he
they would move.
definitely played a role in that. Seriously, he
And that
played
was
a
the
role
start
in
of
ushering the
it
shit
for
in.
really, if you talk about our black
Yeah.
people, like that was the start because motherfuckers was going on there. Like I
Yeah.
knew personally, I knew two people who went onto the show, like make it up. They made a storyline. They, post gave it to the people, like, and they got onto the show. And I was like, oh my god, I know them. Like,
Right.
when I got back home, they was like, yeah, we set it all up. Like, we want some TV time. Like, shoot.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
those
look.
people water it down. They make it. That stinks because it's good fucking TV. If you get some real shit on it, like oh shit, oh wow, oh. And then the people that's coming up there selling the story, like we just sat down and wrote this and we finna act it out. Y'all are the ones fucking up TV. Go home.
Yeah, I could have
I
went on
mean,
Judge Judy or one of the or Judge Mathis. I got invited to both of theirs.
Oh wow.
As like a audience member.
No, for my case, I had sued somebody.
No, you should have done it.
Well, I was in the
Harassment.
military. I couldn't.
Oh my gosh, the military
That
is
would have
holding
been
you back from
hilarious.
literally being your
Yeah,
biggest.
I remember my
fan.
coworker, his parents, like they're like both judges. I can't even think of the show, but it's like a newer like divorce court, but it's like a husband and wife. That was my coworker's parents, and so it's like, I guess reality TV can't get so extreme on all the fronts.
but I think honestly, when we're talking about Jerry Springer, I mean, as like the example, the start, you know what I'm saying, like of all the ratchet type of content. That was the whole
Ooh, not
season.
Maury.
What's
Was he the
who
father?
was the daddy?
I know. Was he the
I don't
father?
know.
Or
But the
not?
whole reason that Jerry started going in that direction is because of that. Oh, we had this happen on the show and we ended up airing it and we ended up getting crazy ratings. We had cut it
Yeah.
short, but the ratings were just so amazing that it's like, now we got to start incorporating this shit into every one of our episodes. And that's literally how it kicked off because it wasn't on that level prior to that. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing I feel like today, like with the way reality shows are like, it's about the ratings. What are people going to tune into? And yes, people want to see that ratchet shit they do. Like, I mean, it's just the sad truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, people definitely are into it. Like, I
Like,
can
what do you do about that? Like,
I
what
can
do you do?
understand some of those points where it's like this would resonate with some people because some people really live these types of lifestyles. You know what I'm saying? I get that, but not every. Obviously, there's not everybody that's living that way. So it's like they just be intrigued with, oh my gosh, like drama is something to talk about. It's something to discuss. It's shit that gets crazy and wild, and people picking sides, and oh, I'm this team and I'm this team. Who this person? Like, it just people love that shit. They eat it up. So.
Okay, let me give y'all all a scenario right. I'm gonna give y'all all a scenario right now that could be a potential reality show with potential money that maybe y'all would say yes to, maybe y'all wouldn't. But if everybody came to the six of us right now on the show, right? The six of us right now, and said there's a $250,000 bag for each of y'all. That's $250,000, right? For a seat. Look, Amber already in. She don't even know what the fuck she got to do. She already in.
I got stuff to do.
I'm already in too.
I'm just saying, it's 250,000, right? But here's the scenario. The scenario is that Roy, you and Torian are upset because of y'all on the show, but you keep saying the Paul shit, and Torian don't like that, so y'all got conflict. Mo, you and Naomi, y'all are entertaining the possibility of being sister wives with Lionel's lady, right? So y'all entertaining that's y'all storyline. And Amber, you just mad at every goddamn body. Everything that happens, you just upset with everybody.
I could do that.
Right? So now, like, they're saying, hey, here's the scenario. Y'all just kind of like play on this, right? Y'all just play on that. It's 250,000 for each of y'all, but y'all gotta like play up on that for these TV cameras. Go.
The people
now
will
I
have
gotta
a show.
now look,
watch
now
your
look.
mouth. Why you keep saying pause?
Yeah. Now see,
like
now Torian gonna swing on me now. You see? Don't say pause again, nigga.
Right.
Say it again.
Say it one more motherfucking time. I swear to God.
I'm just saying that, like at what point does this shit? And I maybe I'm defeating my own argument, but at some point, at what point does this shit just like people are quote unquote playing roles? And
no,
now,
because
like,
that's what I was just about to say. I'm actually like in my acting bag this year, so like I could just see it like acting, even just like even when it comes to the podcast, I feel like this is still kind of more like a personality, right?
It
and
is a
how I come
personality,
across
right?
as of like what's real life. Like this is still something that
right,
that you exude in a certain way. So sure, I could see it. I think if I could see it as a role, like a real actor shit, but it would depend. 250K for sure. If the contract looking right, I'm gonna have to get lawyers looking over that shit. They got me fucked up.
Goddamn, they always say she the lawyers.
I ain't playing. I ain't playing.
No, definitely.
Make sure we
I would
good
definitely
on that.
do what I need to do, but make sure that it's still putting me in a good light to work somewhere else after this. Like you ain't just gonna be detrimental to my whole career, and I can't find no work after this. No, I'm not doing it. Yeah. Unless the money was able to set me up to be real comfortable and I could like just do something like behind the scenes investing and shit like that. But if it's just like something that's just go be here and there, like, nah, I ain't giving you my life for this.
I'm glad that you said that though, Torian, because that's literally what my response was going to be. Is like I might have to come in with some input on like what I would actually be willing to do on camera at the end of the day. Because let's be real, we talking about acting. There are actors who choose their roles. They choose and pick whether it's like, damn, this is actually a great opportunity, but that's just not my lane. That's not what I do. That's not who I am. I don't want to do that shit. And they turn down jobs because that's just not their brand. You know what I'm saying? And so I would definitely need it to be, on brand for me anyway. I don't know if that particular topic would be on brand for me. But
that's what we got for you, Mo. Take it or leave it. Goddamn it.
All I'm saying is that when it comes down to it, now let's also think about it. When it comes to actors, how many actors have you seen in the same consistent types of roles? Because that's what they start with. That's what they kind of run with. You always see them in an action role. You always see them as the desperate sorry. You always see them as the, the mama role. You always see them in these roles because that's really kind of what you're painted as once you kind of come in. When what you hit the scene with, a lot of times is going to be what you consistently do. So it's like you got to definitely choose wisely. I feel like, especially if you are going to be acting, whether it's, I understand it's a bag, but at the end of the day, if that's what you expect your career to be, you want to keep doing this shit, then okay, by all means. But if that doesn't align with what I want and who I see myself being, what kind of actor I mean, now there are people who definitely break through that. There are people who can, but you see how sometimes with certain actors, it's hard for them to push out of that. Like people don't take them seriously. Like say like someone who's doing comedy tries to go into drama and other shit. It's like I just can't see you in this. Like for example, for me, it was really hard. Was when was it Marlon Wayans was in Bel Air playing the serious ass dad role. I was like, what the hell is this? Like what? Not to say he didn't do a great job. Like he did an excellent job with the role. He's a great actor, yes. But for me, it was weird. I was like, I can't take you serious right now. You know what I'm saying? Because you're like, you have always been goofy as hell, always been in these super goofy, comedic roles. So it's like, yeah, right. I think I would definitely probably, tread lightly when it comes to that.
But I
so
think it could be that.
My own input. Well, what if we take it this direction? Like I feel more comfortable.
Yeah, it's also just because people place them into that, or some people play their role so good that it's just like with Zendaya, people like she had to really be doing some drugs because like she just played it too well. Like people put that narrative out there, so it like what? Like no, like she's just a great actress, Or I was watching a clip of another show, and somebody was asking her because she played like a crackhead on Major on a Tyler Perry show, and they was like, "Well, did you ever do crack for real though? Because you did good. Like, what you mean?
Damn.
Like, what kind of question is that?
That's like disrespectful.
I feel like that's a valid question.
If
you're
an actor,
Lionel, as the crackhead, then that's valid.
I can't just be an actor.
Like, what were you pulling from?
You research it. You research.
What were you pulling from?
And see, then we could take that as an answer. Like, okay, you just did your research. You did your due diligence. Okay. We didn't know if you had been there before based on how you were giving it up.
No, because they're going to try it. They will try to do that shit. Like, you have to really come through with, like, listen. Especially I feel like with women in the industry for sure. Like, definitely got to put your foot down in a certain way where it's like, no, like, this is not. Because especially with women, a lot of times they want you to, get, like, more, like, sexy, more sex appeal, more this and third. And it's like, women really have to put their foot down in the industry and be like, how many documentaries that also at this time we're seeing of women saying that it's like, I was just uncomfortable in the industry because of this and the things that they were wanting me to work with. I wanted to get out of this. And so, like, I don't know, if we're going to get deeper into it, acting, the music industry, like these industries are very vigorous. They're very demanding and they're hella shady at the end of the day. So it's like, you got to definitely come through with what you want, who you are. Cause look at these reality TV stars, not to bring down anybody, but you see how a lot of like, there's some that is just like, damn, they be putting them in a certain light that it's like, damn, like, sheesh, like, damn, it may not even really be them for real. And you doing that for a bag, like, okay, get your money, but shit.
Yeah, and especially like now on dating, like any dating reality shows, like everybody damn near looks like they're like out of a magazine. It's like these motherfuckers is like the dudes is like cut up, swole. The women got swimsuit figures. It's like everybody looks, very generic in terms of their look. It's There's no variety. It's very like, I know the Barbie movie just came out, but it's very like Ken and Barbie, in terms of the look. It's like, okay, this is what we're going for. Let's find a couple black people to fit that role.
Well, that's not true because the 6,000-pound sisters.
Not 6,000.
Oh, the name of the show is 6,000-pound sisters, Amber.
Oh my god, damn!
I meant 600.
Who exactly do you want to be on there, Amber?
They're talking about the elephants.
The 6,000.
I meant 600. Y'all know what I mean.
600, 6,000, same thing. Shit.
But I'm saying, like, those reality shows,
But Amber, they tell you in the title who they going for. You got
right. They still are very specific with that. That's still like you got to play your role, bitch. You need to lay up in this bed. Okay. Who gonna be bringing you the food? Who's bringing you the food? Like, you need to play this big-ass role, bitch. If you don't want to see you walking nowhere, we need you laid up on the couch, bitch. They're like, bitch, if you need something, you better call your help. Remember, you're 700 pounds. And action.
Didn't one of their boyfriends just die or the
It was
husband?
her husband. I think they had
Yeah.
got married.
He was like 500 pounds.
And
Like,
that should be. I don't want to say like that's manslaughter, but I was always thinking the people that they have on there feeding them like that, like they're out of
funny,
line, out
Well,
of
they
control
gotta
as well.
eat though.
What'd you say?
They can't starve.
Well, that's the thing. You are not starving,
They
clearly.
put in like 7 to 8 breakfast sandwiches on a plate.
right.
And people be bringing it to
I
them.
got
Like,
you
who is bringing them?
gallon of orange
They
juice.
want to be on TV too.
Not necessary for all of that.
If that was your job on TV, you gonna bring them that goddamn food too.
And I would be the breakout star because I'll be fighting my co-host. Like, I want what's best for you. You just need one sandwich.
Oh man.
You just need one sandwich. Like, bitch, I don't need one sandwich. I need one
I'm
sandwich.
still hungry.
Like, I brought you on this show to bring me 7 sandwiches.
And they be dead serious about that shit. They be like, yo, so what do you eat for a regular breakfast? So I eat 2 packs of bacon,
No,
a
for
carton of
real.
eggs. I be like, what?
They're like, I'm gonna do half this brisket for breakfast.
Right.
Like,
Like,
really, we need
what?
to do a documentary on what the hell y'all doing for work. Because how the hell you affording all these groceries? Like, eating the whole fridge every time. That shit is crazy. Like,
And
Turns
it's
out,
crazy on those
They
shows
spend on food
because
nowhere
they
else.
always be like laying down cooking. Like, that's such a hazard. Like, you laying down cooking in your bed, that's a fucking hazard.
that hot plate don't need to be right there. You need to go
This
to the
shit is
kitchen.
not.
when shit goes
Yeah, that
left,
shit
they
is
get it
crazy.
roasted too. They finna be there.
They have that mobile hot plate that go everywhere. Like, please go
No,
cook in the
look,
kitchen.
They
That's a
should
part of the
sponsor-
problem. You should not be bringing the kitchen to you.
Right. No, that's
They
fine.
should get a sponsor from those hot plates because they be working the fuck out of them hot plates.
Okay. George Foreman.
Man, they cook a whole breakfast, lunch, and dinner on them motherfuckers.
No,
It
like
goes-
another.
Did you see the I gotta find. Did you see the chick that went viral this week? She was doing, I think, a TikTok, a heavy older black lady, and she talking about some fried chicken she just cooked. But in the background of her on her dresser, it's a goddamn dildo. I guess she yeah, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. She like, yeah, y'all, I just fried this chicken, and she talking, and she all in her bed, and she don't even realize over her shoulder this big ass dildo was poking out, and everybody saw.
That's
Like,
because
hold
she was probably acting. That's what we saying. She
I don't
probably
know
knew
what
that
she was
shit was
doing.
back there.
She probably was.
I'm like, that's some reality TV for you.
It was a
shit.
big ass dildo back there. So hold on. Speaking of that, okay, we talked about Suki, I guess maybe 3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I know the OnlyFans shit came back out. I know she said it was urine, right?
What?
It had to have been.
I didn't see the video, but
You didn't trust me. You didn't want to see it, Torin. I clicked on it accidentally.
Yeah, right.
It was
Accidentally.
Nigga, you was researching.
I jumped on Twitter. It says Suki video. I said, "What the fuck is this?" I hit play, and I said, "Okay, well, she's playing with herself." I'm like, "Okay, what the fuck?" Then all of a sudden, like, whoa, what the fuck just happened?
Oh, it was that video with the rose. She had the
Yeah,
rose.
it's that video. That research.
Oh, I had seen that video a long time. That's a video that
So
resurfaced.
is that what they
Yeah.
be calling? So she probably like they be calling it squirting, but it's really
Yeah.
No, so the video was just so gross because, like, for one, like she did it like she was squirting, but it was
Right.
obviously pee. But the pee was just hella like yellow, like.
Yeah,
But
it-
ain't squirting pee?
There's a lot of debate about that.
Well, that's what I read. I researched.
That is
There's a
mostly
lot of
pee.
debate
It's
about
mostly urine.
Let's get into the debate.
Basically, huh?
He said
So
let's
the
get into
debate is like, I don't know. So basically, though, the fluid that does come out when a woman squirt does come from the bladder, but I don't know.
Well, if it was yellow, she was dehydrated.
No,
then.
she definitely, yeah, but that was definitely like straight up pee. Because there's a difference like between squirting and like actually just.
But that shit was like a dark ass yellow though. That shit
Yeah,
was
like
damn
so
brown.
that was.
Well, then she dehydrated.
Damn, I want answers to the color now.
No, it ain't. Yeah, ain't been
All that
drinking
come out.
no water. Ew.
Hey, so now
Yo, did y'all see
the best
that
part
guy
is
who said no? Did y'all see that guy who made his friend drink a gallon of water because he said he hadn't drunk water in years? Like he was like, water is nasty.
Yeah, I think he was lying.
No,
I
I
don't
believe
know.
that some people
I
don't drink
think
water.
that was true.
I
That's
think
cap.
some people don't drink water.
Your
People
kidneys are shut
don't drink
down.
water like that.
Man, your kidneys will be fucked up. You don't drink no damn water.
Nigga, he was fucked up because he drunk water.
No, those kidneys are just fighting for their life, taking water from
What
any
is this?
little thing they
Right.
right. They just
Maybe
taking
it's
water from
No, like
anything they
that
can.
nigga literally.
Bitch.
Right, when you drink
He
some Kool-Aid,
started
they're like,
throwing
they just
up.
taking the water
He
molecules
started
from the
throwing
Kool-Aid.
up because he was drinking water like it was liquor.
Well, yeah, if you're not drinking water for years and you drink a
Yeah,
whole
your
gallon,
kidneys
you
like,
gotta
what's
take
going
a
on?
few. You got to take a few sips, you know what I'm saying? Then just wait a little bit, take a couple more sips.
That kidney probably gonna shut down from happiness.
No,
Yeah,
no, and I had seen the next like video because like people had so many questions for him, and he was like, "That was so nasty." He was like, "I'm never like doing that. Like I'm not, I'm still not drinking water."
His
Like,
own body is trying to take him
and
out. His
I
body
just,
hates
like,
him. It's like, don't drink water. It'll be fine.
He need a circle then.
Oh man, he'll be sprawl. I'm like, what's going on?
Damn, I don't know what the fuck is
There
up
you go,
with
there.
my-
We hear you now.
We hear you now.
No, but I said I know his nut tastes so horrible.
Whoa.
I mean, he probably drinking pineapple juice still. He just don't drink water.
Or cranberry
No,
juice. He could be
please.
No,
drinking
the pineapple
Please,
juice is not
please,
gonna be enough to
no.
suffice. It
But
gotta be
that's how
the
I used to be. I used to think like that when I was younger. Like water was so nasty. I didn't like water. But then I mean, I grew up, like, and I now enjoy water. Like water's some of the best shit ever. Like,
No, and you.
but I
grew
get why
up
people
right.
say it because it's like you when you so used to drinking like sodas and juices and you get flavor, then you drink like water. You like, damn, it ain't got no flavor to it. Like, so it's nasty. But it's like, no, like get that shit ice cold. Boom, that shit gonna be so good.
That's
People
nasty.
don't feel that feeling. You know what I'm saying? That
that
feeling.
you need it.
No, you need some water. Like for me, it's like a weird imbalance that I'm like, something's wrong. But I'm like, you know what? I know a nice glass of water, a bottle of water, something will do me right now. And like as soon as I consume, I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, y'all just ignoring those instincts because your body's asking for it. I know it is. I drink juice, I'll drink sodas and shit like that, but it's like there's just that calling.
But it's crazy though, because the body is so amazing that it will adapt. It's funny because like a lot of people who abuse drugs for a long time, when they're trying to quote unquote get clean, it is they have to be very careful about like how they go about weaning themselves. That's why when they quote unquote wean you off, they technically put you on like some legal drugs to wean you off the shit because like it's too much of a shock to your system. Your body has become. It used to be a famous dude in New York. I think they called him the Claw. He had like a real fucked up hand, and he was like the tester for like all the heroin back in the day. It's funny. Like if y'all look up like the Claw, New York. He had like a real like a fucked up like a deformed hand that they would just like shoot up with stuff, right? And he had like shot it up with so much dope. It was like a wild story, but like if like basically the heroin dealers would like use him as like if we shot him with our shit and he got high off of it, it's real good shit because he don't get high off nothing because he's had so much dope shot in his shit. And it was like
show.
And it was, I know, right? It was crazy because like the doctors were scared to remove the arm because they was like, yo, you need to have this amputated, but it's so much shit going on here that at this point is like vital to your existence that we really just got to leave this shit as it is, bro. Because like if we cut this arm at this point, like you really might die. Like, because the body will just like adjust. The body will say like, the body's trying to survive essentially, right? So like if you're putting bullshit in it, it's going to try its best to survive. And if it's found a way to, because like the one thing about humanity or about the body is it's going to find a way to survive. And if it's found a way based on the bullshit you put in it to survive, if you now switch that to like quote unquote good shit, it's like, well, hold on, motherfucker. We've adapted to the bullshit already. You know what I'm saying? Now you want to drink water? The fuck? Nigga, where's the damn sweet tea? What the fuck? I'm looking for that Bill Miller sweet tea. The fuck? I got a homeboy nigga that drinks. He goes to Bill Miller's 3 times a week and gets that gallon of sweet tea and drinks it by himself. I told the nigga he's gonna die. I keep telling him, yo, you know you're gonna die, right? Can't do it, fam.
Not that good.
It's not.
That's
where?
I'm about to say, like, they don't even got a Bill Millers.
Oh, my
in
fault. Yeah,
Houston.
Bill
I think
Millers.
Bill Millers is just like San Antonio.
Yeah, it's like Bill Millers. They got like chicken and barbecue.
Yeah, barbecue.
I really don't. Man, the barbecue is kind of fucked up. I fuck
barbecue
with the
is
chicken
trash.
more than
I
the
used
barbecue.
to give me a little po' boy back in the day. Give me a
The po'
brisket
boys
po' boy.
ain't bad, but like if you get like brisket or ribs, it ain't what that is. I ain't gonna lie.
I'll
to
get
you.
some of the chicken and fries.
I fuck with the chicken more than the rest. I'm
The
saying I fuck with
fries
the chicken
is
more.
okay.
And I love the way that bag smell when you first get
No,
the.
it will always smell so good though.
Oh, I love that Bill Millers
Like, I
bag.
think
That brown bag.
fried chicken. I'd be going
Woo!
for that. Give me a jalapeno on the side. Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying. I like their chicken better
Yes,
than
that
barbecue. They
juice.
chicken
Yeah.
hit.
I miss Bill Millers.
Yeah, they chicken hit. So shout out to B. We gave Bill Millers a free goddamn plug. Shout out to y'all.
Right.
Send the
No,
bag.
they're like, oh, what is that?
Send the bag, nigga. Yeah, it could be filled with money or that chicken. I might consider.
I know. We'll take chicken too.
But no, okay. So we got Suki out of here. Okay, Usher was back at it again. What was the girl?
God.
He was with the model. What's the model chick's name?
Winnie Harlow.
There you go. He was trying to mess with her. Now she was with her man. So she went and sat on her man's lap, like, all right, Usher, don't start this shit.
That was a joke. It's a
But
play.
Kiki's
No,
man
it
wasn't
was like
there.
funny in a
Kiki's
way.
man
Like,
wasn't there, was he?
Huh?
Kiki's man wasn't there, was he?
That's my point, Amber. Kiki's man
Totally
wasn't there.
different situation.
I think that if her man wasn't there, I think she would have been going too.
Well, honestly, there's been so much that's like been talked about since this time last week about the Kiki situation, and it honestly makes sense. This one, theory that they were already broken up before the show. You know what I'm saying? Like before this even happened, because it was giving like not necessarily saying that it's just that you got to be single to have a fun time like that, but like. For Kiki, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I haven't seen this type of content before. So it's like, maybe I'm fresh out this relationship. I'm fresh off a toxic person that I realize that I don't need to be with. I'm going to go have me some fun at the Usher show. And he wanted to say some shit, just because he bitter because he can't do nothing about it. Like,
right.
You know
Well,
what
you
I'm
know why
saying?
he said this shit though, Mo? He
said
said this shit because he at the house watching the damn newborn. And you out there showing Usher your ass.
Good, because that's your child too. So like, there's no reason to be sitting there bitter.
I'm just
she choosing to have fun with her time when she don't got the baby. That's not her fault. Like, you go and do what you need to do, whatever you want to do when you don't have the baby. But
I don't know, but that baby hella young though. That baby hella young.
Yeah, it is a baby.
I wouldn't be out the house
The
personally.
baby is brand new.
But yeah, I wouldn't be out the house showing my ass.
You out here showing your ass to Usher
with the newborn baby.
Naomi, no mom shaming.
I just said that's what I wouldn't do.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be showing my ass to the newborn baby.
Going to another state away from my baby at 5 months.
There's nothing wrong with showing her ass to the newborn baby as long as the baby is healthy and alive.
I mean, obviously,
that baby.
Like, is your baby breathing? Okay, let's show that ass.
You don't even know you're not there. Who knows? You're gonna have to make phone calls to figure that shit out.
Can we all at least agree on this? That him saying he was mad at the outfit was bullshit. That was clearly bullshit.
Clearly.
I called that off rip. I was like, that's bullshit. He not mad about that outfit at all.
He couldn't let people know he was insecure about Usher. He couldn't let people.
He was the Usher shit. Was what got him. Stop.
No, they were saying, "Damn, your man be your biggest hater," and I was just like, "Oh, that's so sad."
Hey, me and my wife went to the Usher concert together.
Or he was just mad in general because they broke up and he see her having fun. Now he want to be like,
I had seen some other shit about him sliding into some girls' DMs and like.
Oh yeah, like they went through his Twitter. He got some wild tweets.
There's been so much unpacked over the last week. Like, it's crazy because a week in social media time is like 6 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much that happens in a week's time. Like. But I was seeing
so many people being investigators.
Sanaa said, I wish these celebrities would stop going to see Usher if they not gonna let him entertain.
Yeah, I didn't like Sweetie. Winnie Harlow's was just like a little joking.
Yeah, why
I didn't like Sweetie's energy.
Hold on. Why? I feel like every woman, just because typically women have a soft voice, I feel like most women can hold a little bit of a note. Why she was so bland with it?
Cause she didn't know the words.
Baby, like what the fuck?
She didn't know the words. She was giving.
There's
I
no
know
way
the
she
words,
did
so I'm
not
just
know the
like,
words. Do y'all know the words to "There Goes My Baby"?
Literally, that was the words, Naomi. There goes my baby.
No, that's what I'm saying. How could she not know the words?
I can't, but at the same time, like I can't necessarily see Sweetie hitting a note. You know what I'm saying, or at least attempting it. I feel like the way she responded was very on brand for her. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it. You just
No, definitely a pretty bitch.
yeah, like just
Like-
pretty.
like
You know what
stuck
I'm saying?
there, like she
Icy
just
girl, like, yeah, there goes baby.
No, because that's what Usher said. He was like, "Oh, you're too cool to sing for me," and I feel like that was very telling of his energy too.
She was like, yeah, actually I am.
I never listen to audio or videos. I'll just be looking at the video on my timeline on mute. So I didn't know what was being said.
That's crazy.
No,
And I'm just
yeah,
realizing, like,
definitely
fuck,
didn't
you
know
actually can listen to the audio.
Yeah, listen.
I'm seeing half the video essentially.
No, for real, cause like that shit was just like so. Like just sit down, cause like what the fuck? I would
I
have.
was thinking people are starting to go to this show for promo now. I'm like, okay, clearly they just want to show up and be like
A reality show.
Right. They're like, let me go get some.
How long has he been on this? What's it called again?
He's had a
Residency.
residency
It's
over
like
2 years.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
So I'm like, okay.
2 years? Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been doing
I was about to
this
say 2 months.
No, it's like his second year.
That's crazy. You would say 2 months.
I can't believe it's been
Because
2
Roy
years.
was there in like fucking last year, right?
Wow. Oh yeah, Roy did go a minute ago.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, she
And
definitely
they
did.
got-
I didn't like
he
her.
got-
I'm like, girl,
he
do
got
something. She is
my
with
little
YG
coin
too.
shit. My little-
Who knows?
No, and I did see that. So like that's very interesting to see like how the women reacted as opposed to like how the taken women reacted as opposed to like how the single women, I guess, kind of reacted to the shit. Like everybody was talking shit on social media, but then, you know, these girls didn't do the most when Usher was singing at her.
Hold on, let me see. Can I pull it up? Hold on. I'm gonna have to mute some of this.
I would have been singing my motherfucking heart out though, because that's my song. There she go now.
Look, she don't know the song. Look, she just sitting there like, yeah, I'm just gonna chew this goddamn gum. The hair is laid. Shout out to the hair. The hair is laid.
No, the hair always look good.
Yeah, she got the baby hairs too. She don't know none of the goddamn words.
No, she did.
Like I don't know.
That's so annoying.
And that, I mean, that's one of my fears is me being like front stage and like they put the mic to my face and I do not know the song in that moment. Like I'm like, I don't know the words to this one.
Hold on,
No,
Tori.
they had literally put.
Why she sound like a
baby?
cat? She sound like a cat screaming for his life. That ain't gonna be. I ain't gonna hold on, one more time.
I'm like, we even hear it. I don't hear it.
Right.
I can't hear nothing.
Like I've never heard that.
I'm like, what you talking
Oh
about?
my, y'all! I forgot y'all can't hear my shit. God damn it! Pull it up, Torian shit. Cause her there goes my baby was not it. It was she was like baby, like Lord have mercy, girl.
Well, while y'all pulling it up, it's time for me to get out. My dad is having surgery in the morning. I want to talk to him before I go to
Why
bed.
would you bring the show down like that though?
Not bringing the show down. Best wishes for your dad.
Thank you.
Yeah, but you could have told us that at the beginning of the show. We could have gave him like all this strength at the beginning of the show, and shout out to him.
We
But
could still
now,
give
like,
it down.
no, now I'm sad. No, I'm sad now.
You
I'm
stay over
sad.
there.
No, don't be sad because this is real life, okay?
Listen to
This
me.
ain't reality TV fake shit.
This
Roy.
is. She
Sorry.
said her church. She said her life is better than reality TV.
Exactly.
She
Did I
said
say
it was
that?
worse.
Right.
Oh, is it worse? Your life is worse. Shit.
Listen,
Damn, okay.
anyway, yeah, so I hope you guys have a great night. And
Shout out to Pops. Hey, what happened to the little to them little boys down in Tulsa that turned themselves in for shooting that daddy and they 16-year-old? They still in jail?
what?
In Tulsa about 2
Amber
weeks
do not be
ago.
doing.
In Tulsa about 2 weeks ago, it was 2 little black boys, 16 years old, turned themselves in for shooting somebody. You didn't how I know about it and you don't know about it. You live
I'm
in
I'm in Biloxi, Mississippi. I've been here.
Okay.
Since
Biloxi.
June.
Where the money
26.
reside, where the money reside.
There's something
Money
about that
resides in
name that I
Tulsa.
like. Biloxi.
Where the money reside, where the money reside.
What you say, Lionel?
Something about that name that I like. It has a ring to it. Biloxi, Mississippi.
It's like a mini Vegas, actually.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. There's like a Golden Nugget, Hard Rock. It's like a strip of casinos. So yeah.
Oh.
Anyways, I have 29 days left.
Okay. Like, be careful in that state. Okay, call us if you need us.
It's a lot of hoodoo in Mississippi. It's a lot of hoodoo out there. Y'all be careful.
Love and light.
What are you saying to be careful from?
No, I'm saying I don't know if Amber is tapped into the hoodoo or not. Are you tapped into the hoodoo?
Cut it out.
Right. Okay. I am too.
I feel like, what are you
I'm like Amber. Honestly, he not.
Listen, I haven't had a drop of liquor, so I don't know why he fucking with me. So I'm about to go.
This is your role on our reality show, Amber. Shit.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
I don't even.
You don't play roles. This is her reality. This is the real her.
This is her reality.
She's really this crazy, y'all. I promise.
Y'all know my theory. I feel like all black people go back to Mississippi in America at some point.
At some point. My family may have stopped through there, but they may have also skipped through there. I don't know if we actually. I'm gonna have to double check.
Some point we're gonna get back to Mississippi. We're gonna get back to Alabama at some point.
From
who got goddamn Sweetie when she say, "There go my baby"? That shit was so trash.
Oh, I did. Well, let me share my screen.
Share your screen, please, because I'm so annoyed with her with this. I don't know why the hell she went out there to that boy concert and didn't know not Nan damn word. She ain't know Nan.
Okay, I'm ready.
There we go.
Ooh, girl. There goes my baby.
That ain't gonna get it. All right, Twin, that's enough. Cut that shit off. No, I'm done. What the hell is that, baby? What is that?
They also was saying she was doing that portraying like she this ghetto girl, which I don't feel like she do. I feel like
she gives like new vibes.
Yeah, I feel like that's
just very on brand for her. Like
fabulous.
I was annoyed by it.
I don't think it was too out of
damn. I do say this though, Usher, at your concert, stop going to the celebrity women. Just go because when I was at his concert, he went to just like some regular women, and they turned that shit out. It was a great time. He went to them on like 3 songs, I think. They turned that shit out. They was excited. Like, you see how Mo would be excited? That just like that. All that.
I would hit that hoe and go viral.
They was giving all of that energy. You know what I'm saying?
He probably do both.
I love the
Yeah, hit that vibrato. Right? Like that, it was going down. Like I'll say this. And it was funny because I heard it from multiple people that were talking about his show that like basically every night it's different. It's never the same show 2 nights in a row. So like he switches shit up. He does different stuff. It's a different set depending on who's there. Like when I was there, I was lucky enough that Snoop Dogg was there. And like out of nowhere, we like that shit wasn't even advertised. We just chilling watching Usher. And the next thing you know, la da 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 da. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? And my wife lost her mind for a second time. He did like
Snoop Dogg fine and been fine.
Oh, my wife went nuts, and he did like 4 songs.
Oh wow!
Yeah, Snoop did like four joints, and Usher was just dancing around and shit while Snoop did his whole shit. And then he came back and finished his set. So that shit was amazing. And it was like my wife was mad. It was funny because my wife was mad because the week before our show that we were gonna go see, goddamn, what's the boy name? Chris Brown. Chris Brown was there the week before we came. She was like, shit, we should have went that week. Chris Brown showed up. And they ended up doing like the New Flame and all that shit, which would have been dope to see them do New Flame together. I always feel like that song should have been bigger. I mean, I know it was a big record, but I feel like, damn, that shit should have been like, it's Usher and fucking Chris Brown. And it's a fire. I think personally,
it probably should have been better. What year did that come out?
I honestly forgot about that song until you just said
it. Was Rick Ross after
the in this club.
For it to have been as big as it was a success for him because this was still post Rihanna.
But I feel like he's still very good post Rihanna. Like
he
just
is good,
been
but there's a
he
cap
just would
now.
have been
He
like
has a
snapping.
ceiling. There's a ceiling now.
No, for
2014.
facts. That nigga
Yeah.
probably would have got up to Michael Jackson fame.
Seriously, and he
not
was
be
on the way to
Rihanna.
that. I remember, like,
Because
literally,
he was so
fucking the
young
world
when
up.
that happened.
Yes,
too.
he was fucking the world up, snatching the souls, and before you knew it, he had to snatch the wrong bitch.
That Rock Nation. That Rock Nation.
No,
Rock
that's
Nation
what I
is
was
smart
just
at
about
work.
to think. That's what I was just thinking because Rihanna a billionaire now, right? And Chris can't even get up there.
Look, they gonna say I'm in the Illuminati now.
I'm like, no,
And
Delta.
you know what? And not to get into conspiracy
we
theories,
finna
but
have some Deltas in our comments. Like
They gonna say I'm in the
Yeah.
Illuminati now. I'm here for it.
that damn Rock Nation.
Listen, I predict
Like
within the
inserts
next 2
Tory
years,
Lane's dad.
I predict within the next 2 years, No Strings is gonna get invited to the damn brunch. Who pulling up to get invited? Y'all talking that shit now? Okay, I'm pulling up. Fuck
I'm
y'all.
going. Oh, I'm going. That's what I'm talking about.
No, I'm gonna just let y'all get plugged in, and I'm gonna have a good enough connection right there. Okay.
I'm gonna pull up in my
Be on
own
that
right.
way.
Don't
I'll
get
be
it
like,
fucked up.
yeah, shit, all right.
I'm like, Naomi, the coast is clear. All you have to do is sacrifice one of your closest family members.
Like,
But
it's
besides
absolutely
that,
random.
that, it's great. It was so much fun.
I'm like, Naomi, you gotta come. The weekend's here. Wiz is here.
Right.
No.
I'm manifesting.
I'm like, I'll just go. Look, I'll just go as a guest after.
I'm manifesting it right now within the next 2 years. So we got 2 years to get invited to the Rock Nation brunch. Because look, when I pull up and I see Solange, I'm gonna say, Solange, you know, you listen. I've been around Solange before. She probably wouldn't know me, but like literally, her baby daddy was literally my little homie. Like, so like I was right there. Like I wasn't there when they fucked, obviously, but I was, like he my little homie, for real. That's the homie. So yeah, I'm gonna holler at Solange, like, come on, Solange. You did, But anyway, back to goddamn reality TV. Hold on, before we go back to reality TV, what else did we miss in entertainment this week? So Suki, Usher's a Menace still. What else is out there? Anything else we missed?
What else happened?
It was kind of slow. It was just Usher shit, really, right? Usher and Kiki Palmer, that dominated all week.
Yeah, I mean, YK had that video of him crying with his son in his arms.
Yeah, that nigga lost his mind.
I mean, Meek Mill said free Tory Lanez on his damn.
Oh yeah, Meek Mill did say free Tory Lanez.
He got some backlash with that shit.
But Meek consistently does weirdo shit, right?
Yeah, they say that's because he's from Philly. They say the Philly niggas like that.
And I said, what did Sky Jackson do?
Oh, I forgot about that.
What did she do?
She went on, I think she was on TikTok, or IG. She was on one of them shits live, and she was talking about a raffle, and it was like raffle entries, like you seeing like $5 or something.
Oh,
and
okay.
You would get like the prize was a MacBook, and people was like calling her like, why are you like? Do you need a MacBook? Like, why are you like, what you doing? And she like, this is how raffles work. Like, you pay into
hold on. So they had to send her money to get their name put in the raffle.
Yeah.
She could have just sent them folks a goddamn.
And then she was saying in the video, she's like, because people were saying, like, do you need this money? Like, she like, I'm good. I'm trying to be home, but I'm good. Like, I don't need the money. Like, I'm good on money, but this is how raffles work. And like, no, like, I'm like, girl, get out of here. You definitely.
That's kind of giving broke. That's giving them broke a little bit.
You could have simply, if you got the money like that, you could have simply been like, the other little post be like, tag your friends in this post and like this thing and get that be your raffle entry instead of like, oh no, send me $5, $3.
And she said $5 is a lot of money.
Who was this you were saying?
I feel like she's smart. She's a smart little scammer.
Who?
Sky Jackson.
Oh. Oh, don't talk about Sky Jackson. That's crazy.
And she's like,
my son loves Bunt. And
she's such a little cute little girl, and I can't say she look good.
She's so pretty now.
No. She's too young. Her mama fine though. Her mama look just like her. Her mama fine in the motherfucker. So shout out to her mama. But yeah,
she was raffling off a MacBook.
Yeah.
No, she was trying to pay for a MacBook.
Yeah, she said the raffle money was gonna be used to buy the Mac, and then she said if it's any extra funds, then that'll go towards like the next raffle. Like what? Like
That's cap.
But I have seen people like do raffles. I've seen like regular people do like I just seen like one of my friends from high school, like it was like a lottery ticket raffle, right? So it had like hella lottery tickets in there, like $50 worth of lottery tickets, but you're putting in like $5 for a raffle for a ticket to win that. So
yeah, that's the thing. Like you already got the raffle ready. That's why I was tweeting about.
Yeah,
it.
see,
Like,
but she just said too much.
Right, like
even
we're gonna
have to
buy
say
it
all
with this money. Like it should have already been bought. You know, like and it's just
it ain't shit to find a picture of a MacBook, okay?
or just use hers in the picture. You know, it was giving amateur scamiana. That's what it was giving. Like, come on now, Sky. We gotta do better than this. And then after that, I seen that it was an audition video from her. She tried to be on a new Gossip Girl reboot, and it was like
that's what I'm about to say. I would have just thought that. And what'd you say? It was bad.
Audition was really? It was bad to me. You know, it was just giving like still Disney Channel.
Mm.
It wasn't giving HBO Zendaya.
No, for real.
She'll be ready for HBO in another 5-10 years. She still definitely looks young and giving Disney.
Yeah, she does look very young.
Imagine how old Raven was when she was on Disney.
I would never find her attractive like just because she's so little. Yeah, I just would never find her attractive personally. But let me play this though. This is just for like some happy family shit. Shout out to LeBron and like his family, man. He's so like he's as an athlete, he's just done nothing wrong. Hold on, let me play it. Hold on, let me pull it up. Hold on, there we go. I think he won an ESPY tonight. He got his whole family. Look at the little baby. Look at her.
Right.
Holding the trophy. He got so the kids cute. Up there. Look at her here. I think.
No, she is. Yeah, gorgeous.
I think he got an award tonight. He gave it to the little baby. You hold it, baby. Look at the baby with her hair out. She like, oh shit. Okay. Look at her. She knew what to do. Look at her smiling. Shout out to the family. It's a beautiful thing.
It is.
It's a beautiful thing, right. Man. Let me make sure I shout out to the homie LeBron. It's a beautiful thing. And we all know how we feel about Savannah on this show. Shout out to Savannah as well. And the kids and the boys and the little baby. The little baby's so funny. But okay, let's get back to the reality TV so we can wrap this up for tonight. I made my declaration initially saying that I think that reality TV has been most detrimental to Black women. I do acknowledge that obviously Black men play a role in that, but I think that like the role of Black men has been like, because think about it, like on reality shows, Black men are never even like in the intro, right? Like Black men they don't get a peach. You know what I'm saying? Black men don't get a peach. Remember, that's what Nene was talking shit to the one dude because she was like, "You want a peach, nigga? The fuck, right? Like Black men don't get a peach in those shows."
Stevie
and it's
J
like,
was on that.
But I mean, they did in Love and Hip Hop. Like Stevie J was in the opening scenes of Scrappy. Okay. But that was kind of like new to the whole thing. Like, oh wow,
right. I was gonna say that, and for the most part on reality shows, typically the men are the ones for why these women are even on the damn show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you're looking at like Real Housewives or Basketball Wives.
Right. We look at Basketball Wives, Real Housewives. The reason that these women are even on these shows is because they procreated or had sex with or were married to
they're adjacent these niggas. Like, because even like Stevie J is still the one who put Jocelyn on. Like, period. Right. Like he seen her in the strip club and seen like, okay, she got something. Let me bring her to the show. Because I remember Jocelyn
back to the strip club, Stevie.
That was my favorite was only 23 when she came on the show. And like you can even see how big fucking Cardi got, and she had her early start. Like I be forgetting about that because I never watched.
You know what, Naomi? We didn't even talk about that the whole day. Cardi literally came from reality TV.
No, and I fuck with Cardi. But I missed her reality TV era. I didn't like follow her on social media until
like people do say that like before reality TV, like her social media was like she was doing like her little funny stuff on there too.
Mm-hmm.
But that landed her the reality show, which kind of like which put her on nationally. The reality show did. And shit, now she's one of the most powerful people in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's call it what it is. Like,
no, and that's very crazy for her to even have that because she's only dropped one album. Like, that's very interesting.
I mean,
but honestly, that's the only rap album I'm waiting on.
Is the new Cardi?
Yeah, I want some new Cardi, and I've been waiting for some new Cardi for like forever. I'm like, damn, every time she going live, I'm like, girl, where the album? Like, why you not working?
She had a good little run though with Bruno. Did they do like 2 or 3 songs together?
I mean, she definitely has like dropped singles and shit, but still, I want to see the next body of work.
That Tease Me, Baby. That was my shit.
Run around and just please me, baby.
You know,
I like Cardi better on Love and Hip Hop versus her as an artist.
Really?
Yeah.
Why you a hater, Torian?
It was just something about that.
Hold on, barb. I was just gonna say that. Torian's a barb. I knew it. I knew it. Torian's a damn barb.
No, he is a barb. I'm like, but I don't know. Like, it's just something. I'm like, I guess Cardi just gave that Libra vibe, right? Like to where, because I kind of like some heartbreaking songs. I kind of like some sad, and I feel like she had her songs like, damn, what's that song? I want to get married, like the Curry, Step in Aisha shit, but we more like Tommy and Keisha shit. Gave you TLC, you want to creep and shit. Poured out my whole heart to a piece of shit. You know, so I feel like and then it was
album
like,
though, before I found out that she didn't write it. That's when I did fuck with the album, and it kind of hindered when she like kind of admitted that she didn't write her music. That's when like my fandom of her music kind of dropped.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess, but I don't really care too much about
Hilarious, by the way. Hilarious, Ashley, by the way.
No, and I'm like, well, he needs to come on, but I'm not really because I don't think any of these rappers are really writing their shit at the end of the day. So I think like,
you don't think Wayne was writing his shit?
Wayne don't write. Period.
Yeah, he don't write.
Okay, and he still won't. Okay, but Wayne is a different type of rapper. It's
but
not.
You know why he don't write though? You know why he don't write though? One more time, hold on.
Who did he kill?
Stop doing that.
It's The Rock.
I'm like,
he don't write because of Hov. He don't write because of Jay.
No, and I feel that, you know, like I fuck with Jay-Z. I definitely see Jay-Z as one of the greatest rappers. Okay.
Hova.
He was the first to rewrite history without a pen.
This
I have to remind y'all again, okay?
This nigga Jay-Z, listen, if you
he's just not a good guy, so I can't.
If y'all would have told me in '96 that, yo, you know the girl from Destiny's Child, Jay-Z's gonna marry her, I would have said, fuck out of here. I said, fuck out of here, nigga. First of all, at the time, Matthew Knowles was strict as hell. Because I remember it was a tour where Destiny's Child was on tour with Jagged Edge. And he wouldn't even let them niggas like eat lunch with Destiny's Child. He was like, no, keep y'all the ass over there.
No, but that's for the best because they would have just started fucking. So I just don't happy you finna be having them nigga lunch is all it take.
I know.
So like just a little conversation, like you gotta whisk them away, okay? Because you see these niggas like now that like there's more women rappers, like these niggas be quick to get girl pregnant, okay?
Was it Jagged Edge? Yeah, it was Jagged Edge. Yeah, Jagged Edge. Yeah.
Nigga, you gotta watch these girls because I ain't got time, and that's one of the reasons Cardi hasn't like fucking had albums because she wouldn't have had 2 babies. Her ass got married, had 2 babies.
Have some babies,
and I'm like, God damn, we ain't never gonna get this shit. Like, can you just? Okay, the babies are done.
What about Rihanna? Ain't y'all still waiting on Rihanna music?
No.
Mo, you on mute?
I think she is.
We ain't never getting an album.
No, I kind of gave up hope on that.
Yeah,
it would just be a pleasant surprise. If
the baby, she only in the studio because of ASAP these days. Okay,
we ain't never getting no more Rihanna music.
ASAP on Rihanna, that would be nice.
And it's funny because people just recently reminded the world on Twitter about her and Travis Scott's little, what's it
Oh, they
called?
had a fling?
Oh yeah,
I remember that.
Allegedly, okay, because I know he was the one that produced "Woo" on her album. I want to say he might have produced one other song. Which, by the way, I love "Woo." Woo!
Right.
I love the song.
That probably was his
But,
background
Symphony.
huh?
I think his vocals was on there too.
Yeah,
Right?
that's all Travis on that bitch. Like you can tell. People
Mhm.
who listen to him know. But it was funny because people was like, "Oh, this is why I thought she already dated ASAP."
Wait, they said they twins and shit.
No, for real. They were like, "This is his evil twin."
His evil twin.
But I
The
love Travis.
paparazzi was calling him ASAP one time, and he was pissed.
I'm like, I love Travis
That's
as an
crazy.
artist. So that was definitely an era. I remember. I remember
No,
that.
and I do not. I don't recall that. But I feel like that was probably around the time I had.
But they did that.
Yeah, I
They
think
did
it
that like
was
photo
actually.
shoot together. They were like seeing around together. Like it
Because
was
what
a
year
very,
was anti?
it was a very short amount of time. Yes, this was like pre-anti.
2016.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I'm like,
probably
it was
2015,
definitely had to been
yeah.
in that period of early motherhood. And I was so tapped out with, I don't know what the fuck was happening, 2015 to like early 2016.
I love that song.
Well, listen, shout out to Travis. How many kids he got with the Jenner girl?
Me.
Two.
Two C. Shout out to him.
They got two
He
babies.
beat them lawsuits from Astro World Tour. He beat them lawsuits. He good.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, he beat it. He beat the cases.
Yeah.
Shout out to Travis. Mo City. He from Mo City. Where he from?
Yeah, Mo City.
That
Yeah,
shit
he
was
ain't-
crazy.
Well, I gotta be clear because you know the Mo City niggas like to rep Mo City. They don't want to be Houston. They want to be Mo City niggas. So you know, make that nigga be Mo City. I did just listen to some new Zero. I think Zero got a new song with Shaq. I just listened to this shit the other day. Shout out to Zero.
Shaq
No,
is really
shout out
working
to
right now.
Zero because like I still remember like I'm still scarred from seeing like him and Trey fighting. I'm still scarred from that shit. And I was literally seeing you.
Oh,
Híjole.
Yeah, the internet's still scarred too now.
No, and I follow Sylvester on Twitter, which is Mayor Sylvester Turner of Houston.
Yeah,
and like it's Trey Day, I guess. I don't know if it's today or it's coming up, but it's Trey Day.
Oh, hold on.
And I was like, this is crazy. Like that Zero don't got a day because I feel like Zero, like I fuck with Zero more than Trey.
Speaking of days, today is what we still good. 32 years ago, Boys in the Hood dropped. 32 years ago today, it dropped nationally. 32 years ago. Crazy.
Man, that is crazy.
all right.
32
years
ago. When that came out, you was a kid.
Yeah. Y'all was just a bunch of twinkles in people's eyes.
Yeah, I wasn't even born yet. I wasn't even a thought.
I know. I'm like, it feels like it's that old. Like what?
32 years ago today. It
That
came
feels
out a
about
little
right.
earlier in LA specifically, but nationally it came out July 12th, 1991.
July 12th. Okay.
Wow, I was in
that was like literally, I was just looking up the date of the Rodney King beatings. Like, and it's crazy you brought that up because this novel I'm reading, I won't even go into it, but like basically they had a setting when they were in like they were in Compton in California, and so it's just some crazy how all this shit is sinking in.
It's always
because what a time, like it's actually called Riot Baby because her brother ended up being born like on the day the riot started for the Rodney King.
It's always funny with California being so liberal that like I think they've had 3 riots because of race. I think in LA, I think it's been 3 or 4. Maybe I think it's 3. But it's like they're super liberal, but like they've had like 3 like huge ass. They had the Rodney King riots, they had the Watts riots, and then there was one more other riot. I can't
when
remember
that girl got killed.
There you go. At the grocery store. I mean, at the not the grocery store, but at like the corner store. What was her name?
I can't even
for like the juice, right? It was for the juice.
Yeah, she was killed by an Asian lady, right?
Yeah, but Asian. What the fuck was her name? I can't remember her name. God damn, I'm a horrible person. But yeah, no, I clearly I remember this. I just don't remember her name. But yeah, like every riot in LA has always been over race, and like they're supposed to be so liberal. So there you go with that. But okay, so reality. Just to wrap up the reality TV thing, right? I don't want to disparage women and say just y'all are to blame for this, but I think that like reality TV has become somewhat of a shortcut for women to get a bag, just like Instagram modeling, right? Just like these. It's this girl I just saw like over the last day and a half, 2 days. Like her video went viral. I think she was doing some kind of like fetish type video on TikTok. I don't know if y'all saw this. This little bright skinned girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like see, people don't understand like a lot. There's a lot of like little fetish shit, especially when you get into, and this is not to disparage anybody that's in the anime, right? Because anime is dope, it's cool. But when you get into like certain like corridors and rooms of anime, it becomes very fetishized, right? And especially with black women, like that's like I see a lot of black women that like heavily get it. And listen, for whatever reasons, they'll become like these fetish figures for these. And look, whatever you into, we always say on the show we don't kink shame, but like some of this shit though is like kind of beyond kink to me. In my opinion, it's beyond kink, and it's to the point to where it's like, how can I describe it? Kind of like the best way I can describe it is almost gutter sex, right? Like these people, they want to like have sex with you, but only because of like some damn near chemical imbalance in their brain. Like they want to do it just on some like gutter shit. Like it has nothing to do with you as a person, with you as it's just this whole psychological shit. And sometimes like some of this anime
chemical imbalance in their brain because they would want to like fuck a girl that looks like an anime character.
Nah, I don't think it's even about the anime character. I think it's about who's portraying the anime character sometimes. And again, I don't want to come across as like dissing people who like anime, right? But I do think maybe it should be explored with people who find anime characters attractive or they get sexually aroused by those anime cartoons. I think maybe that's
hold on, because
I actually know that Sesshomaru on Inuyasha is a very hot like anime character. Like he's very attractive. So I feel like
Naomi,
cartoons can be attractive.
But I feel like people do that with any cartoon though. Like people talk about
they need to stop.
Talk about Mrs. Incredibles. They be talking about
not Mrs. Incredible. They was talking about she was thick. I remember that.
Ass. They be talking about.
Yeah. They need to stop.
We're thinking about Jessica Rabbit. That character.
Okay. Like,
they need to stop.
Lewis from Family Guy.
I'm not excusing any of these motherfuckers. They all need to stop.
They need to show sexy pictures of Marge and Lois.
No,
like that shit was so weird to me. I'm sorry.
And look,
I seen a
Lion the Explorer.
I seen a Lion King one.
That's theology.
I feel like Naomi be on the dark side.
Reality.
No, I seen that shit on Twitter.
I'm like, I feel like Naomi be on the dark side of the internet sometimes.
No, but I have been like, so I've seen like all the section. My Scorpio stellium ass. Like, okay, I grew up in the internet. I've been to corners. Okay.
No, but I've seen on like just looking on a random porn site before and like on the
side. They have the anime character.
Right, you just see the anime, you just see Lewis in Pound Town. And I'm like, wait.
Not Lewis.
Right.
Lewis.
I'm like, excuse me.
Oh, like honestly, so yeah, I mean I get where you're coming from though, right? Like that is definitely to me anyway. And I mean, we have said that we don't kink shame on this show, but I might. Okay, just saying. Because some things it's like I don't know. I feel like there's certain things that it's like maybe some people may have some very. That's just my opinion.
I won't kink shame, but I will be jaw dropped like initially, but then I'll pick my jaw up and I'll be like, okay, like I'm not gonna kink shame you though. Like get your rocks off. I will be jaw dropped. That's a disclaimer. But then once that like initial shock is over, I'll be like, okay. Okay.
Because I think if you're watching any kind of porn, you can't really like judge. I feel like all that shit, all this shit is coming from the same motherfucking source. If you on this bitch, you can't just be judging people because they going on the anime ones.
And they just use
Torian.
It's all them categories are all categories for a reason. Okay, they're like this.
Torian, I just sent them to the group chat. Pull
like,
that
don't
up,
come for
Torian,
my
on your Twitter. I
category.
want to play that real quick. I want to play that because I don't know. Listen, I don't know what she's talking about. Again, I'm not kink shaming. I don't know what the hell this is, but again, I've just like my daughter who's in high school now. She's like anime since junior high, since sixth grade. But I've always been very cognizant of that shit because I feel like that anime crowd to me, like there's a whole crowd out there into race play and like into like race play sex shit, right? And I don't mess with that. And I feel like
I don't believe.
I feel like there's some intersectionality with the anime crowd. In my opinion, I could be wrong, but I believe that I've seen some intersectionality there. And so I'm always very.
But do you think there are enough black girls in anime that you think they're like fetishizing? Like, where's
that's
the
my point.
overlap
No,
coming in?
right there, Naomi. That's my point. I don't think there's a lot. I think the ones that are there though, that they get fetishized. I don't think that there's a huge audience. I just think that like the ones that are there are fetishized and they get like propped up because of it. Like, and it gets very, I don't want to say weird because I don't kink shame, but it gets very.
No, we know what you think about this.
Yeah, no, it gets very demented quick. You know what I'm saying? Because like race play sex, I'm not into, right? Like I think it could get like there was a whole section of porn years. I don't know if it's still there, but I remember black like people was like, "Yo, this shouldn't be a thing," but apparently they were paying these women a lot of money for this shit called ghetto gaggers, where it was like white dudes with black chicks just making them like gag. I don't got to go no further than that, right? But they were paying, but it was like very degrading. They were spitting on them, calling them names, but they were paying big bags though for them to do this shit. It was for the porn industry, it was a big bag that they was paying them. But with that, you had to get spit on. They would call you degrading shit. You know what I'm saying?
Which is okay. They're like, they want this for themselves.
I'm with you. And I know that like there's a section of people that like that. I'm just simply saying, like, for me, that brings up a lot of trauma.
Stay out of it. Stay out of this, Roy.
I got you.
No, but that's why you can't kink shame, because like you're saying all that, but then you're okay with interracial relationships. So I feel like
I think that's totally different, Naomi.
No, it's not.
A whole loving relationship. Really. Hold on, Naomi.
No,
you're talking a loving. Hold on. You're talking a loving relationship versus
that probably was based from
versus somebody saying,
"You don't
come here, you black bitch. Let me spit on you." Like that's totally different.
No,
like he said it, but he thought it.
That's different. That makes it different.
No.
If the manager at your job thinks something about you, but he says it, that's different. If once he says it,
I'm like, bitch,
now there's an action now.
Like I read your mind yesterday,
no,
bitch. Why
like
did you think that about me?
Hilarious, by the way. Hilarious.
Why should you thinking about me for real? Because I heard you yesterday.
I swear I catch the vibe.
Okay, hold on. Torian got it up. Y'all tell like this shit. Listen, I'm not kink shaming. If she's getting the bag, shout out to her. But I don't know what the hell is going on here. Maybe it's not for me to understand, right?
Good. Coconut so good. Coconut so good. Balloon. Grab. Coconut so good. Grab. Balloon. Grab. Ice cream so good. Ooh. Oh, take you, VC. You got it feeling like a queen, huh? Take you, Shelby. Fire. Ooh, gang. Ice cream so good. Fire. Take you, Lily. Slay, huh? Meow. That was so good. Coconut. Pop. Amazing. Oh, take you, Chris. I love you. Love you. Balloon. Grab. Ice cream so good. Oh, thank you, user. I love you. Love you. Cake. Fire.
Oh,
I don't get it. What is going on?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what that is.
Not you just posted because you don't know what the fuck.
I don't know what it is, but
That's
it's
because
disturbing.
that don't
It's
concern
disturbing
us.
to
That's
me.
not for us, obviously.
Okay, so
if you don't get it and I don't get it, okay, this shit's not for us.
And I agree. There's a segment of people that get that, but
No
I
facts.
watch
They were
it
like,
and-
oh,
Right.
look, okay,
It was like,
I always go through the replies because that literally lets me inside the minds of what other people are thinking, what they're feeling. You know what I'm saying? So like this person, somebody has to know what the fuck is going on here. Okay, so I look at the comments because I need to know. Okay, and
Right.
someone commented and was like, for the confused ones.
thank you.
Yeah, right. As a disclaimer, she's doing the sounds of the stickers that are being sent to her live.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
So there's like ice cream cone. Wait, hold on. My screen dirty. Ice cream cone. There's the little hand heart. The cap. There's the. I guess where's the balloon? I heard her say balloon twice.
A bubble or something.
And then someone else. Okay, now this is the interesting part. Because I will say that there's a lot of shit on TikTok where it's like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Literally, why? But like, when you go through the comments and you see something about this new generation, they be eating that shit up. Okay, like they fuck with shit like this. I'm sorry to be so, but yo, they feed into this. So listen, literally, the next comment, a couple comments down, the more y'all post her, the more I like her. She's cute. Like. That's honestly a great explanation as to what people be feeling on TikTok. I feel like
they don't even know what the hell's going on.
They don't even know what's happening half the time, but they're like, I like it for some reason, so I'm gonna keep watching and I'm gonna engage and I'm gonna follow and I'm gonna start commenting and like now a big thing.
No, and now she's gonna be like, love you, thank you,
right, love you, thank you, thank you, thank you, I love you. Like this, but like, the other thing too that she's also playing on is the fact that people like people like to be noticed in the comments. People like to be noticed. Like there's a lot of people that like that. So if she's shouting out every single one that comes through, now another thing too, I believe those rack up to where she gets paid off of TikTok. Like send you shit like in a live, whatever. Like you can start making money off of that. So like she's found her area where it's like
it was entertaining.
There's so many coming through, and obviously look at how much she's you know saying the shit that's coming. Bro, like
what is she gonna say next?
Crazy.
No, she needs to be like an auctioneer.
She was giving teas of everything. She was
like clearly she's found her she's found
her niche, and like honestly, like that's the crazy thing about TikTok. There's so much on there that you wouldn't understand. That's what I was about to say. The next thing I was gonna say to Roy is like, because you were talking about, well, I seen this TikTok, I seen this. I need to know what side of TikTok you're on because
facts.
There are so many sides.
Your algorithm.
I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't seen this shit. Like,
y'all know Ray's outside.
So to be honest, I don't have a TikTok, but that was trending on Twitter via TikTok.
Oh my god!
No, I saw her. I did see her trending.
Yeah, that shit was trending.
But I was thinking, oh, cool. This is just some anime like AI like. The people have. I'm not surprised that people have a.
I'm like, I don't know if she's AI, a robot, a person. Like it feels very futuristic, and it feels.
That's what pulls the people in. They're like, I don't know what's going on here.
And that's the future for real. That's transhuman right there. That's like that.
For real.
That's like this is what Siri looks like. Oh.
Ooh.
But see, I think we gotta be careful though, because we talked about not too long ago that like how porn can become an unhealthy addiction. Some of this AI shit can become an unhealthy addiction moving forward.
No, I mean it's definitely gonna. I mean, duh. We know it's supposed to be very fucking unhealthy because like guys can actually already use virtual reality and fuck these characters themselves. Like, they could actually be doing that. So things are definitely different. And Lionel hit that shit right on the head. Transhumanism. And of course, they're going to go for the young people with it, right? And they're like priming you through social media, especially TikTok of all places. Like these short videos that are getting plugged into your head. Like, doop.
I feel like it's second nature for them because how like Roy was saying, bitch, like they was watching TV, like they had the sitcoms and like that was how they were being like, I mean, unintentional, probably intentional from somebody, intentionally programmed, but for them, it was just subconscious. And then that's what's happening now. Nobody gives a fuck about TV. TV is a dying thing, which is why the only thing that can sustain on TV is ratchet ass shit because it's like on its way down. So the only thing that would actually work is like shit that would lead to like the downfall. But anyway, people are streaming the shit out of shit and just have so much access to technology to where like now that's gonna be like the type of stimulation that's happening going forward. They're gonna be so interested in like your presence online and like your persona and like your Abby and like who the fuck you are online. That's gonna start to blend in like to like just imagine how that warps into how people are like sexually attracted to things and like what interests they have. It's like who are you online? Like I mean, you know. So I
No,
feel like that little bitch right there was just like a like respectfully like that was just like she's like the bridge. Before you know it, God knows what's gonna be happening out here in these streets.
have y'all seen Ready Player One?
Yes.
I think I have. I fell asleep, of course, by the end of it.
Look, you need to check it out because that's it. So
just like
you
me
see
for real.
exactly where that shit is leading to. Because fucking Apple didn't already release their goggles, but basically on
Right,
Ready Player
Apple said
One,
it's
like their
$3,000.
life is like inside the game. Like so, their life on the outside is like going to shit. Like they're living like crazy as fuck. Like day by day, this shit is getting worse and worse outside. But you're not really concerned because you're in the game. Like as long as you got your shit to keep running in the game, that's what you're worried about.
And
No,
Naomi,
Miles was saying he saw Nordstrom on Roblox. I'm like, what the hell is Nordstrom doing on Roblox?
Naomi made a great point earlier.
They're getting that bag.
Naomi talking earlier, and she said that like, yo, on this show, you know, on a certain level, we're characters, right? Because I always tell people like, if you're on the radio, if you're in entertainment, like what it should be is this is what I've always described it. It's an exaggerated character of who you really are. That's what really works, right? It's like your real personality, just like you gotta you just gotta project it more, right? Because like it's for an audience. So like there's a lot of
I'm the toned down version of myself on the show.
well, you have to be though, Lionel, because the projected Lionel would get us.
You're projected already.
Sometimes, Lionel, but
Yeah.
you yelling, bitch, slamming.
I know.
No, that was the old me. I used to project myself on the show, but then I realized, like, you actually need to tone it the fuck back.
Hey, look. Hey, Mo giving you that face because if I bring JC on here next week, that nigga will turn up.
No, I would totally be like,
I don't believe.
No, that's how you would always
No, but
start
this
before you pop off.
what's his name? What's his actual name?
Start before you pop off.
John Carlo.
Oh, exactly, Giancarlo.
But listen, this is the true test. If you do bring JC on, like we talked about it maybe last week or the week before, where we was like, you won't really know unless you're in that situation. Like if you've become what you think you are, or like you know,
no Taurus men are my kryptonite. Don't bring no Taurus men on the show.
React, but you don't know how you're gonna react until you're in the situation. So like. That would be a great test.
We bring JC on here talking that shit. Lionel will go off again. I guarantee you. He couldn't take it.
But that's because Lionel is just passionate. Like he's just a very passionate person. So like,
no, hold on, Mo.
When it comes to what he believes in, what he cares about, he gonna be loud and proud about it. Like
I can do the same thing with Naomi. If I bring Chris Blake on here, Naomi will look tomorrow.
No, she stayed clocking him, but he needs to be. He needed those clocks. All the clocks were necessary.
Listen, I already know what to do.
No, but see, you know what? Never mind.
It's just always interesting though because personality.
You need to go ahead and get them on the show. We finna see y'all.
Listen,
I'm like, no. Me and Lionel both said no. Like we.
Well, don't worry. Listen, if you want to hear something, actually, me and Chris Blake got a recording that I'm putting out Friday. It's just us talking about some random shit. It's like 45 minutes. So we got that audio coming out. It's just some niggas talking random shit. So I'm gonna put that on the channel on Friday, I think. So y'all be on the lookout for that.
Okay.
But all right, man, we getting ready to get up out of here for tonight. Interesting conversation. I enjoyed it. I do want to see what Sanaa said there, like that robot girl broke character. I do want to see what that looked like. Like, what did her breaking character
how you want
to
watch it? That's literally what she needs.
Yeah.
She needs you to just keep being intrigued enough to go watch more. And that's where it starts.
Okay, hold on. Play it one more time, Tori. Hit play one more
Oh,
time.
not playing it again.
One more time.
You
So I gotta
really
play a
do
little
have
bit
to
of
keep
this.
it at her page, so checking out what's
Time, Tori. One more
You
time.
finna make a TikTok.
Yeah.
Where her shit go?
Follow.
Is that the wrong one? Hold on. Where you at, Tori? Oh, there you go. Hold on. I'm on the wrong shit. Hold on.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, there we go. Hold on. There we go.
Coconut so good. Coconut so good. Balloon. Grab, 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 grab. Coconut so good. Grab, 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 grab. Balloon. Grab. Ice cream so good. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, thank you, VC. You got me feeling like a queen, huh? Thank you, Shelby. Fire, 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 fire. Ooh, gang, 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 gang. Ice cream so good. Fire, 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 fire. Thank you, Lily. Slay, huh? Meow, meow. That was so good. Coconut, pop, amazing. Oh, thank you, Chris. I love you. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Yeah. Ice cream so good. Oh, thank you, user. I love you. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Cake, 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 cake. Fire, 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 fire.
No,
Okay.
not Roy is just still tickling.
I love it. That shit's hilarious to me. Okay, here's the question now. Before we get up here, here's the question.
So good.
Here's the question. Naomi, could you, if you were getting money, could you play that role?
No, that's a lot. I don't know.
And then she got the flat iron popping popcorn kernels.
Yeah, she's popping kernels. I saw one
Oh,
where like
that is too cool. I was wondering what was
I
happening
saw
with that.
one where like the popcorn was actually popping out of that motherfucker. Like she was holding it and like the popcorn was popping out. It was wild.
Oh yeah, them videos do kind of get
They're
you.
very
I do
popular.
be-
Like
This is a one-woman show.
I'm like,
there's so
oh.
many lives that come up, and it's just a flat iron of them just putting new ones in. And the person in the background talking like, "Hey, thank you for this, and thank you for the shout out, thank you for this." They're just there and like popping kernels, like that's all.
Wow.
Imagine that's your life. Like imagine that's you, and that's what I fucking do. Like I'm pulling out my flat iron. I'm not even.
But I feel like those people are a certain kind of people, like those people that are like they're almost like cam girls, where it's just like they like their life exists to
But
be
I feel like
that.
it's doing a job though. Still, like that's.
But that blends. It is doing a job, but that ends up blending into who the hell they are. Like I recognize there's certain like people or professions like that. I feel like cam girls, like people that have to like sell it to like the cam, like they, and that blends into who they are like as a person. Also, like famous people, like they like their profession becomes like so big for them in their head, like they start to like feel themselves in a different way, and like they be like, you know, it's just I be peeping like, okay, you come like that now based on how people react to you.
Right.
Like I could just imagine how like she has to be like in front of this camera, and like how she is with her friends, probably based on that. Right.
Eating that shit up.
That's that instant gratification and like just serving it straight to
Literally
them.
finna be in the fucking comments.
And then people be breaking bread on her.
That's all it is.
I'm pulling up. I
It's
was
these
here
people
to
with visual ASR.
Roy, send the comment from the No Strings page so she can check us out.
Right. We can get some
No.
people checking us
no,
out.
look, I'm not gonna
No
run up.
strings, gang, gang, gang.
I love you so much. I love you. I love you. I love you. Like,
I'll do the other half.
No, we not gonna have a no strings trick tab. We not gonna do a trick tab on the no strings. I won't have it.
Drop
All
your
right.
links.
Y'all join us next week. Here's the question I got for y'all, because we can do something totally different for y'all for next week. I just want to see where y'all heart. If y'all scared, that's fine.
A new show.
If y'all scared next week, we can do a different topic. But what I would like to do, I would like to take on the Passport Bros next week.
who?
Who's that?
See, exactly. That gives y'all a week to research. There's a whole fucking sector of YouTube out here that gets a shit ton of views that call themselves Passport Bros. What their whole thing is, right, is they're encouraging black men here in America to get their passport, go overseas because because they're saying that overseas you can find women who are more cooperative.
Mm.
Right? So their whole thing, look. Ashley know about it. Ashley said, "Oh gosh, right? You know about the passport bros, Ashley? Yeah, the passport bros is a very, they are akin to the red pill movement, right? Are y'all familiar with the red pill movement? Passport bros all go hand in hand, right? It's
They
this
say
whole thing.
cooperative hoes to the left.
Exactly. What they're saying is that like these westernized women, the shit that y'all
Nah,
giving, what we'll
not the
do is
WWs.
right. What we'll do is we'll just like go overseas. We'll take like $2,000 with us, and we'll go get a baddie. That's what they saying is that we can just go to the Dominican Republic. We can go to PR. We can go to whatever fucking country in South America, right?
Yeah.
And we can go over there, find someone, right? And bring them back. Kind of on some 90-Day Fiance, but their whole thing is that like they'll
Just
rather deal
imagine
with
how stressful that would be.
if y'all look
No,
up
I'm like, we can definitely have this conversation.
trust me, if y'all look these motherfuckers up online, I'm not disrespecting
I
the
mean, I can
passport, bro.
imagine, but I mean, the same shit could be said for some ladies.
For the
For the black women, for the westernized black
Ooh.
women out here too.
Ooh, hold
Right.
on,
And I'm always on the page of work, right? Like work. Because that's the route. That's the quick route. That's like going to get a
look what
BBL.
Ashley said. Ashley said, yes, I seen too many videos of them. I'm telling you.
It's like going to get a
very
BBL, or
popular
it's like
thing.
going to get surgery. Like, no, you need to put in that work and you need to earn like
No,
someone
like, so you
cooperating.
can't fuck with an American woman. You're American.
So you're weak.
Can't even
No.
handle
Right.
it.
Yeah.
You trying to
With
go
a-
to DR and get that fat transferred? No,
Now,
absolutely
see,
not.
look, and honestly, I might just wait till next week to talk about it because I have some things to say.
Ooh, wait, let's
I'm gonna
wait.
wait till I have a new fresh cup next week.
Are we gonna do a live
Wait.
show in August, y'all, or no?
You said what?
Are we
I
gonna
got
do a live
two
show?
Talk about it
trips in
offline. Let's talk about it
August.
offline. We'll get it
We're
set up.
gonna see, yeah, because I don't know if I'm
Yeah,
gonna
let's talk
make
about offline. But next week, No Strings takes on the Passport Bros. I just want y'all to understand this. Just so y'all can be aware. They will come for us. Pause. They are going, like, their audience is very large. So be ready. They gonna jump in the comments. They gonna talk their shit. So next week we take on the Passport Bros. Let's go, man. I'm
So
thinking
we're gonna
my
be
shit
sparring
about
next
this
week.
shit.
pull the fuck up. That's all I'm
You
saying.
dig? There's no strings attached, man. We here with all this shits. We here for the smoke. Y'all make sure y'all motherfucker bring the chimney. We here next week. Y'all holla at us. Peace.